It's Fortune Radio.
You know, I haven't just like mall ratted out in a while. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what they.
I haven't mall ratted out since probably like 1997 or something.
Since mall rats.
Posthumous.
Humous.
Oh, post-human.
Yeah.
Pretty
much, yeah.
Post-human.
Past life. Like.
Interesting. The more you know. That's like some monk shit. That's good.
Yeah, that was like a Gregorian chant.
Yeah, we really settled into a nice chant there.
It was healing.
I'm gonna need to pour a drink too.
Do you want to introduce Shaun?
Please, God. Shaun. This is Shaun.
Hey everybody, I'm Shaun. I go by The Far Reaches as my musical act. It's solo right now, but I'm hoping to get bandmates involved sooner rather than later.
farreaches.bandcamp.com, right?
Yeah, thefarreaches.bandcamp.com. I've got some demos and an EP from a couple years ago up there right now, and recording a bunch of stuff right now. Working on finishing up the vocals, but I've got a bunch more demos that are, they're demos, but pretty proud of how they turned out in terms of songwriting and stuff. Maybe some of the sonics are a little bit lo-fi, but nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's kind of an alt-rock, indie rock, grunge kind of deal. I love lots of different kinds of music.
Your shit kind of reminds me of Dinosaur Jr. a little bit.
Yeah, I do love Dinosaur Jr.
Like,
Nice.
it's raw for sure, but like dope.
But he uses, Jay Mascis uses a lot of like really heavy fuzz on like the rhythm guitar and stuff, which is, I like to do that too. Mm-hmm. We both like to play, lots of guitar solos and stuff. And I actually kind of developed my lead guitar style before I really had listened to a lot of Dinosaur Jr., but he and I arrived at a similar destination in terms of our soloing and stuff.
That's rad. I'm glad you know about Mascis, because he's the man, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I saw him solo acoustic, but I have never actually seen them the full band live. It's one of the ones I really still want to see.
Yeah, same. I haven't seen him live either. I'd love to. That'd be a great show. I set up one of his guitars once, not his personal guitar, but one of his somebody brought in one of his signatures.
Oh no shit! Was it like the purple sparkle jazz?
The sparkle, yeah, with like the old retro neck on it and like the old retro tuning machines and just like sick, dude. I was just like, dude, how sick would it be to have your own custom guitar, man? Your own signature model,
dude.
I think about that shit a lot.
It would definitely be incredible, but I feel like there's been an explosion of custom signature models in like the past 5 or 10 years. Like,
I like that John Mayer one.
Yeah, like the PRS,
I guess, with like the doves on the neck.
Yeah, it's like basically a Strat, but just like PRS branding and stuff. But yeah, sometimes I'll go to like Fender or Gibson.com and just look around, and like there'll be signatures models of people I've never even heard of, which is it's nothing against them, but like,
I think Billie Eilish has a signature guitar.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I feel like I'm relatively knowledgeable about guitar players, but maybe not. Maybe I'm dropping off a little bit. Yeah.
Dude, signature shit. Like here, like we want your name on our shit. We think it's gonna help us sell it.
Yeah.
So just sign here.
Yeah.
That's the dream, to get that kind of name recognition and people that want to emulate your playing style and your sound. It's big. Like. That's how everything works. Everyone influences everyone else. It's a chain going back to the beginning of music, I guess, honestly.
Yeah, the beginning, when the first chimpanzee was striking a stick against a log.
So how come you guys aren't rock stars, What do you guys do?
Oh, man.
What makes a rock star?
Where to begin? Well, define a rock star,
Yeah.
I rock
I don't
out.
know. I mean,
we both rock out pretty hard.
You can start with millionaire.
Okay.
The real question is, where have all the real rock stars gone? Because now in like 2024, it's like, fuck, who could you even name that's like big in rock that like emerged in the past 10 years? I couldn't really name anybody. Like
I mean,
there are certainly successful rock bands and shit, but like in terms of like superstardom.
Oh, I mean, who's even a rock star that's in superstardom? You have like hip hop stars and pop stars.
Yeah, I feel like hip hop and pop is definitely like
somebody
kind of
that holds a
taking the
guitar
mantle
for a living.
of the cultural, like, you know, milieu or whatever, like the cultural kind of zeitgeist is kind of dominated, which is fine. Like rock had its time, but it'll be back. Like there's still good shit going on, like you know, indie and like just local shit as well. I went to a really sick rock concert last night, actually.
Yeah, who?
K-Pora, French Cuffs, Dayton Stone and the Undertones, and Bad Britain. Nice. I think I got the order wrong. It was yeah, but that was the.
You're doing somebody an injustice there.
Yeah, French Cuffs was first, and then K-Pora was second, and then it was Dayton Stone, and then Bad Britain. But they were all great. It was really, really fucking great concert.
At the Bluebird, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
I love that place, dude. It's so tiny. It feels so good when you're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like going to an open mic night. I saw like at least 50 to 100 people that I'd met, you know, just in the Denver scene, and like including the musician, like several of the musicians up on the stage, and like apparently, you know, some of them had like been the house band at like some local bars and stuff like 10 years ago and stuff. Yeah, it was really cool.
That's right. Yeah, I was able to play the Bluebird once.
Oh, nice,
time,
dude.
With Time Well Spent. We played with Junior Varsity. I don't know, just an emo band from back in the day, kind of in the Taking Back Sunday vein.
What was your band called?
Time Well Spent was my first band. It was kind of like a punk rock, pop punk scenario.
Yeah, I love that shit.
It evolved, you know, into more of a progressive kind of
dark.
Yeah.
A lot of those emo bands and like, you know, post-hardcore and stuff have like really complicated, like difficult guitar and like drums and stuff. Like they're really all really good musicians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Well, that's cool. When was that?
Back in the day, like that was like high school. The high school
damn!
days.
So you're one of those guys that's been playing live since you were in high school.
Yeah,
I'm jealous, dude. Honestly, that's amazing.
How long have you been playing for?
I started playing guitar in 9th grade, and you know, I had bands in high school and stuff, but nothing that ever got beyond like the talent show level. But yeah, and then since then, like I developed the Far Reaches as kind of a, you know, solo acoustic thing. It was instrumental at first, like instrumental fingerstyle guitar. And
sounds better though, but
yeah, and you know, that was in college, so I was really busy with doing shit for school, and then like after that, like I traveled almost continuously for 5-6 years. Like I went to Australia for a year, came back, you know, kind of got my feet back on the ground in Alabama, but I recorded a lot of music back then, but never really got any traction in terms of playing live and stuff like that. And I was really not enjoying living in Alabama anymore, just for, you know, obvious reasons.
It's fucking Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I've never been there. I can't talk shit.
It's a perfectly fine place to grow up.
My buddy Tim's in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and it sounds like an awesome place.
Really?
Gulf Shores is cool. I mean, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like hell on earth or anything like that, but it's, in terms of trying to launch something artistic, it's not the best place. And
he says Birmingham. Is it Birmingham? What's the other one? The other kind of
the one down on the
history has like
the one down on the coast is Mobile.
Mobile. He says, yeah, you don't want to go to Mobile. Is what he.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I actually haven't really spent much time in Mobile. It's not. You know, it actually recently eclipsed Birmingham as the either first or second biggest city.
Oh, really? Nice.
Like Birmingham Metro is by far the biggest, but like the actual city limits of Birmingham is like only 200,000, and it's like shrinking year by year. But
yeah, I'd definitely like to get down to Alabama and check the coast out for sure.
I fell in love with the woman from Alabama.
I remember you telling me that.
There are good women down there, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
God,
yeah.
Just
I like a Southern woman,
a Southern belle, you know, a real sweetheart.
Yeah.
They can cook.
Yeah, Southern belles are alive and well in Alabama. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Rest in
Where
peace.
in Australia did you visit?
So I did this thing called like a working holiday visa, where it's like you're allowed to work, but it's not like, you know, you can't be like, you know, a doctor or anything. It's more like for people that just want to travel there and do like bartending and like working in restaurants and stuff. So I did this thing where they like placed me in a job. And I went to Port Douglas, Queensland, which is way, way up on the eastern coast, like way up in the tropics and stuff. So it was awesome. It was like a tropical paradise, basically. My job was horrible, but It was a really cool place to live. It's like an hour north or maybe 2 hours north of Cairns, which is like the largest city on the eastern, like that far up on the eastern coast. So I lived there for a while. I actually lived in a hostel for like 7 months, but it was like, kind of an open plan, like tropical kind of deal. And it was really cool. And then I traveled down the coast and went to Brisbane for a couple weeks. And then I went to the second job placement I got was actually in a ski resort in Victoria near Melbourne.
I just don't think skiing when I think of Australia.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. And the tallest mountain in Australia is only like 7,000 feet, but they do have a little band of the Great Dividing Range in far southern eastern Australia, where there's just enough snowfall to have like, it's nothing like Colorado, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's more like for taking like your 4-year-old to go skiing for the first time, but they do have some stuff. Yeah.
Imagine the cost of skiing in Colorado if you live in Australia.
Yeah.
That's an investment.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they figured it out.
Yeah. Australia is like kind of expensive, but like the minimum wage when I was there, which was 8 years ago, was like $22 an hour. So now then they have amazing like fucking other like government help and stuff. Like
that's where they sent the prisoners.
Yeah, they're all prisoners. Or
the original the original population of Australia is like Aborigines and shit, but like they sent prisoners there, so it's just like a whole bunch of hard motherfuckers.
Yeah,
they did, and it's like they're proud of that. The Aussies are like
that's why they use that C word freely, because they're like they don't give a fuck.
It's almost like a different.
They'll just say cunt.
Like, it's almost like a different word there. It's more like just like.
I'm glad you said it. Hey Kirk, can we get a little info on when they sent the prisoners down to Australia and what the deal? Did they just sent murderers and rapists to Australia? Like when did that happen?
Criminals, right? But,
I can look that up.
I'm just curious because that's fucking crazy.
I think it was like Victorian England, wasn't it? Like it wasn't long ago, right?
I want to say it was the early 19th century.
Yeah,
because shit wasn't even discovered by Europeans until like the 1600s, and they didn't go back for like 100 years. Some Dutch guy discovered it, or James Cook or something like that. I can't remember.
Dude, can you imagine, dude?
Yeah, James Cook in 1770, he was advocating an establishment of a British colony in a place called Botany Bay, New South Wales.
Yeah, and that became Sydney.
About 1787.
Okay.
That something called the First Fleet arrived, and that was those that carried over 1,400 people. Some of them were Marines, sailors, some were convicts, civil leaders, and free settlers.
Yeah. I feel like it wasn't like 100% convicts, but that was definitely a lot of it, and they still, it's a part of their history.
You guys know who made this a country with some treasonous ass motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Are you talking about
some rabble rousers?
You talking about the founding fathers?
Founding fathers, yeah.
Jefferson,
pretty criminal as
it's
well.
It's not treason if you win.
That's right. I want that shirt.
There you go.
That's good. Yeah. This should definitely be a bumper sticker for sure.
Probably
it's definitely a bumper sticker.
Or a trucker cap, or
you probably
find
a lot of them in Alabama.
Yeah, you will for sure. That would be like the mild thing that you would see there.
Yeah, for sure. Also, we're recording here on January 6th, the greatest day this nation's ever seen. Happy Insurrection Day.
Happy Resurrection Day.
Happy Insurrection.
I thought that was
greater
Christmas.
Than the resurrection. Happy Insurrection Day to everybody out there.
Or to quote Chuck Schumer, Happy Erection Day.
Happy Erection Day.
Did he say that?
Happy Erection Day.
Senators will have to decide if they believe Donald John Trump incited the insurrection against the United States.
That's every day for me. Oh my God, I went to the mall today.
Don't tell me about erections at the mall. Come on, man.
No, dude. All right, I go to the mall, all right? And I go into the...
What mall? Cherry Creek?
Park Meadows.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in the area. I had to go to Micro Center. I had to get a new modem.
You got to set the scene.
I'm sorry. I had to get a new modem. Yeah. Okay. Because I just want to be on the level, with my network. Anyways, I'm close to the Guitar Center that I just applied to. So I went over there and I wanted to check it out while in store hours and see
the one on Colorado Boulevard.
The one on County Line over by Park Meadows Mall.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There's like 3 in the Denver
and it's dope.
area.
It has like it's like the biggest guitar wall out of any guitar center in Colorado. It's nuts.
Yeah,
and it's a really cool spot. And I was just there. I didn't even say what's up to anybody. I saw the guys that interviewed me, but I didn't say shit. Like they were busy, and I just wanted to go check the place out, anyways.
Yeah.
And the mall's right there, so I'm like, I got to go over. It's Saturday. You know, I haven't just like mall ratted out in a while. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what
I haven't mall ratted out since probably like 1997 or something.
Since mall rats.
And so I was like, yeah, I'll go over there, you know, and just beautiful women, beautiful people,
yeah,
you know,
for sure.
you got a lot of expensive shit and just walking around, you know, it smells good, it smells like all kinds of different shit.
Yeah.
Walked into a Lululemon, and you know, it reminded me of when I was.
Pervert.
Well, why not? They have a men's
The
section.
one store.
They have a men's
If I could
section.
choose one store
So
while
like
I'm here.
1% of the store.
Yeah,
I went into
Aaron, and you're definitely the demographic for the male section. Of
I went into multiple stores in the mall. I went by a Lululemon, you know, and I'm thankful for the maker of Lululemon. Like he really helped out humanity with what he did, and he's a special man.
You think he was a man? I guess it probably was. Like, let's be honest. But
a man.
So I feel like that was in the news recently, and he like is in hot shit for like saying some like anti like inclusiveness comments or something. I saw that in the news recently.
oh, the guy that makes hot pants for skinny women.
Right.
said something
Well, he's like apparently he's like no longer involved.
Newsworthy.
If this is Lululemon that I was thinking of, he's like no longer involved with the company and just kind of like sits in the bag, just
And
like
now they
taking
make a
pot
triple
shots
XL.
at like exactly. Yeah.
Dude, God bless that man. Seriously. Oh my God, what a revolutionary.
Yeah. Anyway, you were getting at something, I think.
Yeah, I was driving at something. So it gave me that memory of like, you know, when you were a kid, you were a little younger, maybe like elementary school-ish, and you like didn't really have good control of your boners. You know what I'm saying? And you were, it was kind of in the back of your head. You were kind of a little nervous, like, oh, like I hope I don't pop a boner in here. If you know what I'm saying, I see some girl.
Yeah, you had to have the technique to hide it too.
something
like
mine was in the belt.
Yeah, you hide it in the waistband, in the waist strap.
you know,
Sure. So yeah, you could get around it. There was several loopholes. I mean, sure, but and
They still knew.
I just got a little bit. I was just kind of cracking up a little bit because I was like, I got to get out of this store immediately. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
I got to get out of here.
I almost ruined your mic, dude.
And so
yeah.
it was chill.
You should have never been in the store.
Why?
I think, but we've already touched on that.
What men have? There's they make men's
pants.
men's polos and pullovers.
They make a polo? I thought they just made like pants and shit for
They
boners.
make fucking jackets for men. Oh. It's a Larry Lemon.
What else did you see in there, man? It's been a while since I've been in Park Meadows.
Dude, oh my God. Just what else did I see?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's very women-centric mall, so
yeah.
there's a lot of women there.
A lot of honeys. The latest fashion is it's like a sweatpant rolled up and then like a tight belly shirt
For who?
for chicks.
Oh, I thought I saw LeBron
I saw a
James
whole
in something
gang of
like
them. I saw a whole gaggle of girls wearing the exact same outfit.
Yeah.
It cracked me up. And I was like, good God, what a tag team that is. You know what I mean? Joggers, but they're kind of like joggers. I mean, it's not a big deal. But you said you've got a date tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you know.
You want to talk about it the night before?
I would love, please God, dude, please God.
Honestly, not especially. Other than I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to jinx it.
Good
I
luck to
understand
you.
that.
What are you doing is it a first date?
It is.
Nice. So what are you going to do? Like, do you have like a grand plan, or is it like,
Probably just gonna go out to dinner and then go to karaoke at the Lions Lair.
okay, cool,
dude.
cool.
The old standby.
What's your go-to
Just gonna go ahead
what's your
and
go-to
shout out
karaoke
the Lions
song?
Lair. You know, honestly, I haven't sang much karaoke at all in my life. I did it the most in Australia, but it's been a while. The only other time recently that I sang, and I did "Say It Ain't So" by Weezer.
May I recommend the Star Spangled Banner?
I don't know, man. That fucking octave is kind of
It's hard to hit.
it's pretty high.
Yeah. Well, we'll get you in the stadium.
Say It Ain't So, like the verses are like in an octave below the chorus, and I was like, oh, I got this. And then as soon as the chorus came along, I was like, say it ain't so. I was like, kind of out of my range, but I
Dude, I did karaoke.
That's all right.
I did karaoke at Locales, the tequila bar up the street, for the first. This is the first time I've done karaoke in forever.
Yeah,
forever.
I haven't done. Yeah, same here.
You were
Yeah.
enjoying it. You loved
dude.
it.
I had a great
Didn't
time.
you were
What
up
did
there
you
with the
sing?
group too.
Oh, dude, karaoke. After you've been doing open mics around town, like your original shit, like karaoke is like,
Dude, yeah,
it's like a breeze.
I
dog.
used to be shy as fuck about
And
it,
it's
but
so
now
fun.
I'm like, oh, I can sing and play guitar at the same time. So it's just singing. I'm just like, fucking give me the
I
mic.
sang "The End" by The Doors.
All 11 minutes.
All 10 and a half minutes.
I feel like
Bro, it's on YouTube. Check that shit.
Oh, nice.
Check that shit.
I'm like-
And I was on the fence. I was like, am I really going to post a karaoke video onto YouTube right now?
I can't believe you played
And-
for 10.5 minutes. I was talking with Bird that whole time. I could hear
I
you
went
in
hard.
there.
I went hard for 10 and a half full minutes, man. And dude, it was dope. I got a decent
I
reaction.
feel like at least half of that song is just like spacey instrumental jamming. Like, do they play all of it? Like when you do the karaoke, is it just like
Aaron did some
instrumental,
spacey instrumental vocals.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I did the
nice.
Indian
Yeah.
dance. You know the Indian rain dance.
Yeah,
When he goes around, he kind of does figure eights like a falcon.
yeah.
Jim Morrison, you ever seen that? The falcon dance.
I've never seen. I don't know if I've ever seen any footage of him performing live.
You really
unfortunately.
love Jim Morrison.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I got one of his lines tattooed on my rib cage. I'm a cage.
Yeah,
Oh,
we would
nice.
get into the car and it was American Prayer all fucking day. Remember those days?
Yeah, it's a good album.
It is a good album. People don't know about that album. I'm sure Shaun knows about that album, but
American Prayer.
I've been meaning. I've listened to the First Doors album a bunch. It was like actually one of the first albums I ever listened to back in like 8th grade. But I have not listened to their other stuff, and I know they have like 9 or 10 albums. They fucking made like
American Prayer
10 albums in 5 years back. That's like what they did back then. But yeah, I need to check out their other stuff. I've listened to, I've heard it a couple times, like heard some albums a couple times, but I've never like, really dove into the rest of their stuff.
The cool story on American Prayer is it was his poetry that he wrote, and then the band fucking played music to it after the fact, after he died.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those tracks.
Did they make a posthumous album with his lyrics?
posthumous?
yeah, post death.
Yeah.
Yes, basically,
Okay.
yeah. But it's him. He recorded, or his girlfriend had him record the poetry, right?
Yeah,
That's the story. So
it
it's
was
his
like
voice.
It was
he
recorded.
published,
And then the
Okay,
band
yeah.
comes in behind him.
because I think he published a book. I don't know. You got any info on American Prayer, Kirk?
Definitely a cool album.
Can I call on you, Captain?
And it's
I can look up some information.
it's not a Doors album. Like it's Jim Morrison poetry with like,
But was
just
it the
a
Doors
band behind
The
musicians?
it.
Doors play on it.
Yeah.
It's totally a Doors album.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. But
It's jazzy.
I feel like it's a matter of branding at that point. It's like,
They're just trying to
it's
get
cool though, bro.
They're-
Yeah, it's cool. I
is
think you
cool.
dig it, man. It's dark. It's like posthumous, as you said. Like
posthumous.
Posthumous. New words.
I fuck with posthumous.
I fuck with people that fuck with good vocabulary.
yeah,
I try.
Posthumous.
posthumous. Could you spell it?
POSTU.
Yep. No.
Nope.
H.
H.
H-U.
Get the fuck
Yeah, it
out
looks
of my
like it
house.
should be pronounced posthumous. Like,
Posthumous. Posthumous.
HUMOUS.
Oh, posthuman.
Yeah.
Posthuman.
Much, yeah.
Posthuman.
Past life, like after that.
Interesting. The more you know. The more you know.
I was
Alright,
wondering when
whatever
you when you were going to activate the
Only he gets one, man.
RC 500 Super
Only he
Deluxe.
gets one. I'm gonna start
Like,
bringing like kazoos and shit in. I'll
You
just be
should.
like,
Dude, I honestly,
what was that effect that you just used?
I don't know if I want to encourage that. Oh, that's just a stereo delay. Ha, 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 ha.
Nice. Glad we got that in there.
Yeah, me too.
I hear you using it like when you play it like live and stuff. It sounds cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I this is my baby girl. It actually got stolen. Vagrant stole my car with all my gear inside.
Oh
it.
damn, dude.
And then I started working at Gravity Music Gear, and this thing came through.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I was just like, "It will be mine." What?
Is it the same one?
the same shit.
No, not the same.
yeah.
I don't.
Holy shit.
I don't think I'm. No, I don't. It couldn't possibly
You
be
should-
the
you gotta
exact
start
same one.
engraving
It's same
your
model,
equipment.
just the same model.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
But
Is
this
that
one's
the RC 500?
it's the Boss RC 300.
300.
It
Yeah, my
says right
housemate.
there.
My housemate has that exact one.
He's wearing sunglasses. He can't see that.
Yeah, there it is, right there. RC 300. Yeah, the 500 is like the one that replaced that. I think it's like a little bit more digital, like interface wise.
Yeah, and
honestly,
it has
I love
the 500's sick, and it's got
Yeah.
it's got five loops instead of 3.
Yeah.
and you can see it's got like one of those things where you can see where the loops like how far along the loop is.
Sure,
It's got
yeah.
like a readout on it. It's pretty sick.
I like the kind of analog interface with like more knobs and buttons and stuff. I don't like having to like press a button 20 times to like go through menus and shit.
Yeah, same, dude.
Yeah,
And, dude,
it's a good piece of gear for sure. My housemate, he doesn't use it that much anymore, but he has like dozens of loops recorded and shit. Like,
yeah, and you can save onto the loop. It's the shit.
yeah.
It's the shit, man.
The loop station is what really made me become a good guitar player, honestly, like in terms of especially like lead guitar and soloing and stuff.
Yeah, I was
You do the loops too.
I don't really loop live like he does, like where he uses it as like part of the
Yeah,
art.
he like sets it up.
And you also use like, you know, you bring stuff in and out like artfully, like using the loop station as like a musical tool. I really just use it to like play tracks and just, you know.
So
play.
you're kind of just looping something for a minute, then canceling it and moving.
I don't actually loop live. I have like some pre-recorded loops that I just, you know,
okay.
trigger at a certain point and like
So
play
when you play
solos
live, are you
over.
putting like a backing tape on?
Basically, yeah. So lately, when I've been playing live lately, I have like recordings of myself. You know, some of them have my brother recorded on drums, but some of them are just like a super simple kind of rhythm track and, you know, guitar, bass, drums, like guitar
So
fills.
your brother on
and,
drums, he's just putting a beat down and sending that as a file to you, and then you're.
We
going on top of that,
recorded
or you were in-
together the last time I was in Alabama.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I do want to get him involved some more, but honestly, I think I really need to probably just find a drummer in Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that does sound better. Yeah.
Yeah, when you talk into the mic, it sounds better, David. How long have we been doing this, David? I fucking love you, like a brother. Look at this guy. Sometimes you just want
Yeah,
to.
you guys have got the deluxe mics. I've just got the Shure. Like,
I'm trying to get some pod mics up in here, but they're $200. If you want to donate to the pod mic fund, you could just.
my donation is my presence here tonight.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah.
I was as well, but
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Because this doesn't
Yeah.
like. I want something that like. Maybe I just need like the.
You're all over the goddamn
like
place.
Ricky
You're-
Gervais.
I don't want to say you're the absolute worst because I feel like
People like me.
That would be-
'cause people like me.
really
I
that'd
just
be-
met you, but I like you.
Yeah, thanks. I thought you didn't for a minute, but now,
that?
but now you've assured me that you do.
Oh no, yeah.
So
That's
thanks.
sweet.
We're still feeling it out, you know. We're just getting into this thing.
I like you. I like everybody at this
love
table,
you guys.
except for one.
Yourself?
That's a funny joke. If you're ever like in power and you're with a bunch of people, you say, "I love everybody at this table except one," you know, and then they all look at each other,
Trying to
Who is
figure
it?
out who it is.
Who
Yeah.
is it? And they
Yeah.
all know. They all think it's them. So
the
fucking
old
funny.
"I hate myself" joke.
Self-deprecation.
Classic.
Self-deprecation. That's good.
Standby of the comedy world.
That's good comedy.
Yeah.
Are either of you guys involved in comedy at all?
I wish I was, man. I mean,
did
we're trying to
you,
kind
or-
of do it here a little bit. But
Sure, yeah.
I was doing comedy open mics for a little over a year.
Yeah. I
Did
think
you
I
get
think
laughs?
I think you told me.
I got a few laughs. Yeah.
Does that
You
feel pretty
gotta-
fucking good?
Yeah, it feels good. But it just never clicked the same as it does when I play music live.
Like, what makes music worth? Because, like, obviously, I guess if you're doing comedy, it's laughs make it worth it, right?
It's a different kind of connection.
But what
that
if you're
looking
doing
for,
music?
yeah.
Is it people dancing? Is it like or just people just showing up?
Just
or
vibing.
like
I mean, showing up
just,
is good.
You can
but I would
just
say
feel a vibe.
vibing. Yeah.
Like people are
Yeah.
into it. That's what you're fucking like. You can tell someone likes your fucking jams.
And you know what else is kind of crazy too? It is different in the music world than in the comedy world. Is like almost when you hear silence, it's almost a good thing because they're not talking amongst themselves. So when
Right.
you can see their eyeballs.
Right.
I mean, everybody's looking your way and nobody's talking.
Yeah.
And they're giving you the space.
Dude,
for your
I've been
sound.
to some like pretty big bands where people were just like talking and like, God, man, the one I can't remember the name of the band, but the experience comes to mind, and it's like I'm there trying to see this show, and like I don't know, it's just I think it's kind of a problem with Denver. People just have a lot of money to go do whatever they want to do, and they have no respect.
Yeah,
for
a lot
the
of people just
artist
go to
on
shows to,
stage.
like, just as a social
and now they're all just
gathering.
drunk in the like in front of the stage, like. You know,
Which, you know,
that's
it is
like
it is what it is.
I guess you
It's
sold.
like-
I guess you're happy you sold the tickets.
Yeah.
right. But like, man, yeah, that's got to be even worse than like I don't know. I've never gotten on stage. I'd like to do comedy.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of funny. But here's the thing: I don't know how to write a joke, and nobody's gonna help me. And I don't know how to get on stage and fucking do it.
Nobody's gonna
I'm
help me.
hopeless at comedy. I've never even remotely
Nobody's
attempted to do
gonna
comedy,
help
but-
me.
No, you don't even like write humor into your songs or anything.
There's some of my songs that are slightly like more lighthearted, but I wouldn't say like humorous necessarily. Maybe very occasionally, but I've got a pretty large, diverse body of songs at this point.
Yeah, and
some of them are like, my darkest hour put to tape, and some of them are, a little bit more optimistic, kind of lighthearted and stuff.
Yeah, right. You had a date the next day, so you're feeling good.
Yeah, honestly, feeling pretty good.
So what is like kind of the theme of your music, man? Are you, is it dancey? Is it dark? Is it...
I definitely wouldn't call it dancey. I love rock. Like, I want to rock the fuck out.
Guitar heavy?
It's very guitar heavy. I like to use a lot of distortion and fuzz and like effects like chorus and delay and stuff like that. But
yeah, how long are your songs typically?
A lot of them are really long.
You're kind of a jammer.
Yeah, sometimes. Since I'm just one guy, I think I like to play lead guitar and solo a lot. So sometimes I'll have a song that's like 4 or 5 minutes and then just kind of go into an extended solo at the end of it. But I have dozens of songs, and some of them are 3 minutes and some of them are 15 minutes. I like a lot of really epic stuff, like going all the way back to like Led Zeppelin and stuff, where they had maybe some 11-minute songs in there, but also more like the Smashing Pumpkins would occasionally stretch out and go like past the 10-minute mark, and just really like Sonic Youth, stuff like that.
Yeah, people really like Sonic Youth, and
they're one of my favorites.
When I heard about them, I think
they're an acquired taste. It's very like dissonant and like artful, kind of like weird.
All right, I got 2 questions for you, man. In your mind, the best bands, 2 or 3 of them, and then in your mind, your favorite bands, 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, they would be one and the same for me.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of just classic rock, like rock and roll, I think.
No, just like of all time.
For sure, yeah. I was gonna say like, disregarding any genres or like just anything resembling like classification, I would say probably my favorite rock band of all time is Led Zeppelin. Okay, cool. But in terms of my personal favorite bands, it's all basically like alternative rock and grunge and like indie rock, mainly from the 80s and 90s is kind of my sweet spot. But cool. My favorite band of all time is Radiohead.
I think Radiohead is the greatest band that's ever existed.
Oh, cool. So fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, it's we're very, very far from being alone in that opinion.
And then I think Flaming Lips is right behind them.
Okay, yeah, I love Flaming Lips. They're probably, I'm one of those guys that like, I'm a nerd. Like when it comes to music, I have like a top 100 list of artists on my computer
Tool
and shit.
Probably right behind them. Maybe even like.
They're not as high up.
Some days Tool might take Radiohead's spot. Yeah, they might jump from 3 to 1.
Yeah,
some days.
So my top 5 would be in no particular order. I would say Radiohead probably takes the crown just for how consistent their shit is. But my top 5 would be I know you love them too. My top 5 would be.
That's your top 1.
I don't know about top 1, but probably top 5.
Yeah. So Radiohead, Smashing Pumpkins, Pavement, Built to Spill, Nirvana would be my top 5.
Dude, Nirvana's in there for me too. Dude, Pavement.
You introduced me to Built to Spill. Built to Spill's really cool.
Yeah, and they're another one of those bands that they have some 2-minute songs, but they have some like 12-minute songs. And
when I put them on, I feel good, but I don't put them on.
It is. It's uplifting. It's uplifting, and it's like. It's music. The music is what uplifts. It's the unspeakable element of it. It's like the lyrics.
What do you think about Modest Mouse?
I love them.
They're fucking awesome.
So the girl I'm going out with tomorrow is her favorite band.
Dude, I mean that's a good favorite band to have,
right? Yeah.
That's a good segue.
It's a green flag.
It's a good.
It's a green flag. Yeah.
That's a good segue back into that girl you're dating.
We don't need to segue too far back into it.
Oh, nice.
God. All right, Aaron. What's your 5 or 3 or 2 or 1?
All right. First of all, I just want to say on the topic of Built to Spill, what a poetic fucking name of a band.
They're amazing.
What an awesome name. Songs aside, music aside, Built to Spill. Built to Spill.
Yeah, it's a weird name. You hear it and you're like, Built.
I love that kind of.
But it rolls off your tongue at the same time.
I don't know if it's like an oxymoronic. Or a juxtaposition.
I mean, just look at a cup.
Like Led Zeppelin too. It's like Led Zeppelin.
That was kind of like a humorous.
It shouldn't. Something that shouldn't be. Iron Butterfly, the Whale Snail. I
think they kind of took the name as like kind of a ripoff.
The Whale Snail knows that it's very confused, though. That's what I like about the Whale Snail. They're both oblivious to the situation that they find themselves in. And they don't even know about the third face.
So I don't know if y'all have ever heard the first Built to Spill album. It was like really, really indie and like almost sloppy and like even for indie rock, it's like kind of sloppy. But there's a song called Built to Spill on the album where it kind of explores that theme a little bit. Ultimate Alternative Waivers is the album.
I'd never heard that one.
Yeah, it's like the next album was There's Nothing Wrong with Love, which was the one that really launched them into the indie A-list. But the first album is much more. Like, I had heard everything else that they'd made before I got that one because like a CD was like $25 or whatever. That was kind of before, I don't know, probably went on Spotify back in like 2010 or whatever. But It's weird, you know. It's got some really good songs on it, but it's very, very loose.
It's like some garage band shit, right?
Pretty much,
Not like literal in the garage.
Yeah, it's like a horrible recording, and like even they'll play like 2 or 3 guitars over each other and not really try to sync them up and stuff, and it's just kind of like But it's it's got its moments. Yeah. So they're one of those bands that has the self-titled song. It's kind of like a thing. I feel like
I did it. I've done it.
Fortune Radio.
What?
No, Limberwolf. The Limberwolf album was self-titled.
Okay.
I pulled that shit off the internet. I'm gonna put it back on the internet.
Tell me about this band.
Limberwolf was a group that I had. It was let's see. It was me, the current bassist from Murdered by Death. Fucking.
Oh no shit. Yeah, I've heard a lot about them.
Tim Reese was on drums, and he was in the album Leaf.
Yeah, so that name sounds very familiar.
Dan Grant was on keys, and it was like an awesome group, and I really fucking loved it. But then Tim Reese died, the drummer.
Yeah.
He died of cancer, man.
Limberwolf.
Limberwolf, yeah.
One word or
2 words.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, no, I'm gonna put that album probably at least back up onto YouTube, just for tribute to that guy, man. You know,
nothing wrong with having it out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I pulled some of my older shit off of. I had it on SoundCloud and just deleted the whole thing, but I kind of wish I hadn't at this point. I had like over 1,000 listens, surprisingly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, just my early acoustic albums. I was like a pretty even compared to today, a pretty mediocre vocalist back then. I kind of did this like really low, like quiet thing, trying to just kind of hide behind everything. I wasn't as confident as a vocalist as I am now. I think I've really come a long way in the past several years.
I mean, you would consider yourself a bass, probably a bass, like as far as the vocals go, or I mean, because it's not like we're classically trained over here.
Sure,
but it's like,
no.
I've
actually met a surprising amount of classically trained vocalists in the past few months, though. But I think I'm more of a baritone, but I can sing, down to like probably the upper, mid bass register. But
that's like some monk shit. That's good.
Yeah, that was like a Gregorian chant.
Yeah, we really settled into a nice chant there.
It was healing. It was a nice healing.
I felt that all the way up here.
Yeah.
Dude, Kurt.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah, careful, Yellowstone's up around there. We don't want to upset the monster.
I actually referenced that in one of my more folky songs. That
I want Aaron to start playing folk music. I told him.
Yeah.
So
that's where it all started for me in terms of songwriting.
I think I don't know.
Stories.
I'm a nobody. Nobody that knows nothing. But like, I think like kind of, he could do it, man. And it's like the riffs are simple but pleasurable and pleasant, and like people just want to listen because it's just kind of easy.
They can be as simple as or as complex as you want them to be. Honestly,
I mean, what's the most complex folk music you're hearing? Like maybe Sturgill or like
depends on your definition of folk. I mean, if you're talking about like really classic old school folk, where it was all like songs from
like Bob Dylan.
Well, his songs are musically simple, but infinitely complex lyrically. Yeah,
long as fuck too.
Hurricane. Yeah, you want to talk about some long songs?
Hurricane, bro. Good song,
I mean,
bro.
You can't.
But it's what? It's 10 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like
even going back to the '60s, like Desolation Row, Visions of Johanna, like Stuck in Mobile with the Memphis Blues.
These are album versions because everything else in the '60s, like to get on the radio, you had to make very short and precise and like.
I feel like The End by The Doors was a single, or maybe not.
It almost had to be at the length that it was.
Was it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, they probably just.
I mean, Light My Fire.
Probably had
Light
a
My
radio.
Fire was a single, and 7 minutes. I don't think they edited that down. That was
They played that on the radio at 7 minutes.
Light My Fire. Yeah, I think so.
Really? Well, I mean, I wasn't.
And the first really long single.
Shaun also wasn't there, but.
The first really long single was "Hey Jude" by the Beatles. It was like 8-minute, and that kind of like blew the doors open for like longish songs.
Hotel California, I guess that's a little later than the 60s, right? But yeah.
It's like 71, I think, or 70 maybe.
It's such a great track.
Well, the most...
I don't know, man.
Who's that motherfucker?
I'm not an Eagles guy, yeah.
Dude, well, you know who it was?
Are you a Big Lebowski guy, though?
Were you referencing that, or do you actually not like the Eagles?
Well, I'm referencing that, and I also
I'm not a fan.
I love Joe Walsh, though, man.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Joe Walsh.
He's cool.
Joe Walsh is
I haven't
the
listened
fucking
to
man.
his
Exactly.
music
Like
a
Joe
bunch,
Walsh
but-
Eagles were fucking cool Eagles. Like he's the one
I'm
who
just talking
he's the one who
Joe
helped
Walsh,
with.
like when he left the Eagles, and he like what he does now is fucking cool.
Yeah.
But the most played song in the history of radio is "Stairway to Heaven," and that's fucking 8 minutes. Like,
And they didn't even. Did you hear the controversy that they stole that song?
Of course they did.
If my dad listens to this podcast, which he probably will, me and him have gone on about this thing for like 5 years.
So who did they steal it from?
Dude,
So-
I've heard the original. Yeah, do you so you know
I know
about it.
I know more about it than I wish I knew, because in my opinion, so the band that they quote unquote stole it from is Spirit, who was kind of a, they were really famous back in the day. They haven't necessarily like maintained their fame in the way that like the Doors or Led Zeppelin have, but like at the time, like Led Zeppelin was the opener for Spirit on like the first tour or something like that. And it was just this like 1 minute long acoustic interlude on a Spirit album called like Taurus or something.
It wasn't even a complete song.
No, and to be fair, it is similar, but it's not identical.
It's similar. Well, yeah,
it begins with that descending like dun, 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 dun,
it was.
but then at the very like on like measure 4, it goes to something different. Whereas like the Led Zeppelin version is the iconic one that we all know and love. And it's like, did he like take the idea and like run with it? Sure. But that's music. It's like we're
right.
saying, it's like everyone has been influenced by everybody.
You're right.
And it's like,
But
this
yeah.
is literally just, it's so funny because like me and my dad still, it's like, it's like more of a running joke at this point. But
Because
like,
you can assume that Jimmy Page was a superior player. He heard it and he was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool.
mean,
what if I do this?"
no disrespect to Spirit, but it's like everyone knows Led Zeppelin and like Spirit's obscure now,
Yeah,
unless
nobody
you're,
knows
like,
who the fuck Spirit is.
Unless you're a real
remember.
aficionado of 60s psychedelic British rock, then you probably
Yeah.
don't know of him. And like, again, it's like, did he hear the song and was influenced by it? Yes. But like,
I had somebody when I was I was much younger, get kind of learning about Led Zeppelin, and I went to somebody I worked with, and I worked with some fucking hip people. You can imagine the people in 2010 Denver. You know what I'm saying?
you said you worked for the...
I was just working with some hip people, down
yeah.
here in Denver. And like when I mentioned Led Zeppelin, they're like, "Oh, they covered or stole everything they did." And I was like, "What?"
That's kind of where my dad's at, but it's more of just like he
And
doesn't.
then
he
I
doesn't
kind of lost
like Led
respect for
Zeppelin
that, but
much.
I can't back that up. And anytime you turn them on, I'm down with them.
Well, and dude, and
but
that's
did
what-
they cover a lot of shit too, or was that all, like was nothing Led Zeppelin did original?
It's kind of that area. Most of their stuff is completely original, but especially on the first like 3 or 4 albums, it's kind of that gray area where it's like, do you interpolate? Are you like influenced by? Or
Is that
it
a
like,
word?
It's not.
Is it like a straight?
Is it?
Interpolate is not a word.
Yeah, it is.
Interpolate, Kirk?
Yes, it is.
Oh
Yeah.
my
It is.
god!
It means to,
your
like-
vocabulary is on target, dude.
To interpolate would be like you take like, so they had
I feel like I know what it means, but I never heard the word.
Like-
Your
when-
vernacular is giving me a chub.
like when the levee breaks from Led Zeppelin 4 was like based on an old 30s acoustic blues song by
stolen
Memphis
from
Minnie.
a black man.
dude.
But
you know what?
she
I'm glad
actually
you
was
said that.
credited on the
Was
album.
she? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
and it's like that's the kind of thing is it's like the lyrics are basically similar.
Yeah,
but they're
but
not
that
like
song
the,
was never
the
that
order
song was
is not
never
the
going to be
same.
what it was without Led
Let's
Zeppelin.
let's talk about that.
And the
Let's-
music is
just for a
the
second.
music bears no resemblance whatsoever.
just the lyrics.
Just for a second.
It's
Story.
more just like a theme. It's like the levee breaking is a timeless theme of blues music that goes back to 1920.
and just timeless in
and
those
it's
coastal
like-
areas in the
and she
Gulf.
was credited.
Boys. Just for a second, can we discuss? Can we discuss the black artist getting his tracks stolen by the white man? Just for a moment. Clapton did it a lot. A lot of fucking Elvis did it a lot. A lot of these fools did it a lot. So then, okay, obviously, it's appropriation and it's fucked up, right? But the song probably never would have made it into the airwaves had it not
That's
been
the thing.
stolen.
It's like
And
I
put
feel like
onto-
at the
put onto
time-
wax.
I feel like at the time it went both ways. Like blues, like 50s and 40s blues, like became much more popular once like blues rock in the 60s became a thing, and it's like people wanted to go back and hear like where it came from. So like Robert Johnson, the most famous like acoustic Delta blues guy,
Sold to the devil.
exactly. I actually went to the Crossroads where he sold his soul in
That was a cool documentary. Just gonna interject. Yeah,
Mississippi.
cool.
But he was unknown until like Eric Clapton and people like that started covering his songs, and it's like that led to this whole like renaissance of like interest in like acoustic blues and stuff. So I feel like it goes both ways. I mean, there was definitely some.
It goes both ways, right?
Yeah, and like I feel like at the time no one was like offended by it really. I mean, maybe I'm wrong there, but that's just my personal opinion. Like
I see what you're saying. I don't
BB
think
King,
it's
like BB King was like in a slump, in 1960, and then like when blues rock came, all of a sudden he was like touring stadiums and like shit, and
I think BB King is okay.
BB
Yeah.
King's fucking
BB King's
sick,
all right.
dude.
Yeah,
I love him.
he's
Yeah.
gonna be okay.
I saw him live with he opened for Tedeschi Trucks
Ooh,
band. Yeah.
Damn, I bet that was what the. Are you? Huh?
Yeah, he was like 90 or something. It was
He's
like
dead now, right?
He did pass away
dead,
about maybe 10 years ago, but this was like
God bless him.
Yeah.
But you saw him with Tedeschi Trucks Band, huh?
Yeah, he
Tedeschi
opened
Trucks
for
Trio.
It was actually in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like his polka dot guitar, and I like his fucking
Lucille?
No,
don't
Lucille
actually-
wasn't polka
It
dot.
was a jet black 335
Yeah,
with
Lucille was
no
jet black.
F holes. Yeah, or it was a ES 355. Yeah.
Because it's got a rotary knob on it, I think. Or
Yeah,
no,
it's
or
basically-
a variatone.
It has that, and I think it has stereo output,
It
which
does.
he didn't use.
It does.
But
Yeah.
The main differences are cosmetic.
I like that
Yeah.
album. My dad had it laying around when I was a teenager. It was Riding with the King, and it was Eric Clapton and B.B. King.
Yeah,
And,
see, that's the thing,
It
is,
was
like-
pretty dope. Like,
Yeah, those dudes, like, I'm not actually a big Clapton guy personally. I like Cream and like Derek and the Dominoes, but not his solo stuff that much. But like, they were promoting these people and like exposing them to a wider audience, and it's like, yeah, the audience was mostly white, but that's like, there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's how music's been transferred throughout history,
Yeah.
too. You know,
It's kind of
Have
transferred,
black
like-
artists been stealing music from white folk?
doubtful.
Yeah, I'm
sure it's happened,
I can't
but,
think of.
like, yeah.
I don't have an example at the forefront of my mind.
Any
But to the listeners out there, if you could provide us.
any black ska musicians?
Well, there's
I mean, there's a whole crossover between like punk and reggae and like the late 70s and stuff, but it went both ways as well.
I mean, who's the big band, the big ska kind of punk band? They got the black lead singer. Man, I saw him.
talking about recently or like back in the day?
Nah, man, like
I
80s,
think we're in like the
90s.
fifth wave of ska or something.
like
here,
80s,
like
90s. They're very famous. I can't think of
Specials
their name.
maybe, or
No.
Skanking.
I don't know much
Jimmy
about them.
was
personally.
a big fan of them. Remember Jimmy? But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dropkick Murphys,
No, there's nobody black in that band.
I think they're more like Celtic punk.
for sure.
Anyway, let's move on. Kirk, cut that.
No, don't. Or do, whatever. I mean,
No, actually,
this is going to be,
well,
this
think- I'll-
episode's going to be a handful for the captain. I'll tell you that.
I'll think of the band.
I'm already buckling up.
Dude, and I'm curious about American Prayer. He had some information about American Prayer that we completely...
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's jump back real quick.
Right? Or no, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, Kirk, but I feel like, did we even address
I
that?
did have something, but
Oh, yeah,
I can't
yeah.
cut the fantastic conversation you guys were having.
Oh, thanks. I mean, it's kind of like long gone in the past, but I just,
No, I'm curious actually. Let's hear about it.
I'll tell you, Kirk.
All right, so what information would you like to have? It did win a Grammy Award in the spoken word category.
An American Prayer was only nominated, but did not win the Grammy for Spoken Word in 1980.
ooh.
Okay, interesting.
pretty
I guess that's a little bit of news to Shaun. Like that's basically what it is. It's spoken word.
Yeah, what was the year? What was the year of release?
83.
Oh, damn! So well after he died.
No, I don't know.
That's
I don't.
That's late.
So
I'm.
American Prayer was released in 1978.
Okay.
78.
I was only 5 years off.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that movie with Val Kilmer and Meg Ryan?
I have not, but it's supposed to be really good.
The
I
Doors
heard.
movie? Yeah, it's a movie. It's dude,
Oh wait, with
It's kind of one of the like '90s
The Oliver
biopic.
Stone movie?
it's a,
Yeah.
it's a biopic.
yeah, it's Oliver Stone's worst
It's supposed
movie.
to be really
Go,
good.
get, move
is
on
it
to
supposed
better
to be
Oliver
bad or
Stone
good?
movies.
I'm not sure.
It's is what it is. It's an Oliver.
Yeah.
It's like early Oliver Stone. He's definitely done better movies. But yeah, it's cool.
Dude, that movie pumped me up. I got pumped on that movie.
It definitely it kind of goes. It follows a conspiracy, doesn't it? Like, no, maybe that's not the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, no, I seen it once.
Just a young Val Kilmer, post Top Gun, laying out on the rooftops with Meg Ryan, doing acid, reading poetry. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you never leave your wingman. You never
I'll have
leave
to
your
check that
wingman.
shit out. Like,
You haven't seen it?
no,
Reckless.
Surprisingly,
You fly reckless. It's good.
so many movies out there.
It's worth watching, for sure.
It's like if I didn't watch it when it came out, probably.
I'll tell you what other movie is worth watching. It's Dave Chappelle's new special.
God, it is really good. Dreamer.
Yeah, Dreamer. Are you a fan of comedy? We talked about it for a minute, Sean. Have you seen Dreamer? Are you a
I'm
Dave
personally
Chappelle
not
fan?
I appreciate the art form. I'm not particularly a big fan personally.
You don't even watch it when The Biggest Show drops for free on Netflix?
I have never in my life sat down and watched a comedy program, actually, to be honest with you.
Never watched a stand-up comedy
I saw
special?
Jerry Seinfeld perform live when I was like 12.
Wow.
Which was actually funny as
Where?
fuck. I'm a big Seinfeld stan, but...
Oh, for sure.
it was in Birmingham, Alabama.
Dude, I like Seinfeld. I was on a podcast last night, and the host hated Seinfeld. I walked into a
Dude, I feel like it's like very fashionable to like shit on Seinfeld now because it's
Why?
like, because it has the laugh track and like shit, and it's like kind of like from a different era, but no.
I walked into a couple traps on this podcast.
Need it. It doesn't need it. I hate laugh tracks too, but Seinfeld doesn't need a laugh track, man.
I mean, it doesn't
I'm sure
like
they
detract from it, in my opinion.
I'm sure they push some of those jokes with a laugh track, like.
Yeah.
You know, like every time Kramer walks through that door, like
it's a little
we've seen the joke, okay, but
it's a little corny, but like,
dude, it's good,
like,
man.
It works
good.
for the show.
I like it.
It's
Man.
good.
I
like it,
really
too.
enjoy Seinfeld.
And just the acting, I don't know. It's a funny
something from
fucking
nothing.
show, man.
Something from nothing. It's like an Einstein equation or some shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's insane, dude.
It's better than Big Bang Theory.
Well, I like.
Fuck's sake.
I like.
That's trash.
Trash.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh fuck! Well, I mean, yeah, that's
Sure, yeah,
That's
that's-
Larry.
HBO Seinfeld.
Basically,
Larry,
Seinfeld,
it's the
but you
same,
can
yeah.
say fuck.
JB
Yeah.
Smooth, when JB Smooth got on that show, man,
Yeah,
it
he's
turned into a
hilarious.
whole other thing.
Dude, he's
it's so
hilarious.
fucking funny, man. Yeah, it's
But Dave Chappelle's stand up we were talking about, dude.
Dreamers. Yeah,
Dude, like so fucking good. Definitely the goat.
very good. Definitely recommend you watch, man.
Yeah, he's like
I've seen like Chappelle's show and stuff. I know it's like probably not that similar to the stand up, these days especially. But
He doesn't do much with race. Well, actually, he did in Dreamer. He made fun of his fucking wife and then himself. So a little bit, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't want to give away any jokes from that special because you gotta see it and it's fucking hilarious. But I did start watching Dave Chappelle or the Chappelle Show again, actually from the beginning, and that's so good, fucking classic.
Yeah, I mean, it's iconic at this point. I mean,
the black KKK guy, just unreal.
Black white supremacist.
The black white supremacist,
Season 1, Episode 1.
just unreal, dude. Absolutely.
got a scholar of the Chappelle Show over here. It sounds like.
I've always just found that interesting that he went that fucking hard. Season 1, Episode 1, and I mean that speaks to Dave Chappelle. You know, like that's just what he fucking does.
For sure, yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck. He never has. And I don't know. It's good from a distance to get to know that fucking guy, man. It's nice to watch him.
Yeah.
You guys need to watch Ricky Gervais' special too. He's the British Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I've actually again I haven't watched stand up, but I've seen the original British Office.
Yeah, I haven't watched that, but yeah,
he created the entire concept of the Office. And
him and Scott, that fucking tall British guy, you know.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And
his
he's
name,
hilarious too. He's in like. Dude, if I showed you a picture of him, his name's Scott something. But yeah, it's him and Ricky
I know who
Gervais.
you're talking about.
He is funny as fuck, dude.
Fact check on that.
Ricky Gervais is great. Fact check on what?
What's Scott's last name from The Office? And he was also in. He had an HBO show called. Oh man, it was about him failing with ladies. It was hilarious, man.
He's like 6'8", and he was like the co-creator of the British Office, which is like the original.
He's just skinny.
I can't even put a face on that guy.
The HBO special was called Hello Ladies, and I think it only went for 1 or 2 seasons. It was really, really funny though. That guy's really. Is it Scott Peck? Is that the guy's name? Kirk, are you there?
I'm looking it up right now.
Or it's yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. He goes hard. He also goes very.
So yeah, it's
hard.
like a British sitcom, which like the average British sitcom is like 10 episodes or like 12 episodes or something. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah,
my dad is British, so he's exposed me to a lot of British programming and film over the years.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
One of this cocksucker likes Led Zeppelin.
My dad actually doesn't really like Led Zeppelin.
The British Office was created by Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant.
Stephen Merchant.
Sorry, not Scott. Yeah, that guy's funny, man. Like, and not to say I've ever seen his stand up, but just like the shows he does. I don't know.
And he's not like a major. He maybe does like some guest appearances in the show, but he's not like one of the main actors.
Yeah.
I think he might have actually been in the.
He's had a few things.
Might have cameoed in the American Office as well.
Maybe. Yeah.
My dad actually is not a Led Zeppelin guy. He really didn't give him the time of day until they became one of my favorite bands in like 9th grade. And like since then, he's kind of come around a little bit. But he likes to brag about the fact that he's like never listened to any of their albums past like the 3rd one or something. Like
Dude,
that.
Zeppelin's the shit. And
I mean, I'm literally looking at Led Zeppelin 4 hanging on your wall right here.
They They were into younger women.
Yeah.
You hear about that?
It's not pretty. It's definitely not. I try not to think about it too much. You know.
Let's talk about it.
I think about it constantly.
Wait.
Is it the fountain of youth? Is it the secret?
Fucking young chicks is not the fountain of youth. It's
Okay.
the fountain of prison and getting your fucking ass raped for eternity, bro.
No, it's creepy and it totally sucks to think about how many famous rock stars were basically creeps back then. But,
Well, you
know,
can take
it's like-
advantage of people, you know?
Yeah.
And, dude, I mean, rock stars today are doing it, you know?
If you were a rock star, what kind of advantages would you take? What would be on your...
It's definitely not those kind of advantages.
so
I'm telling you what, I'm taking a private jet from here to fucking King Supers.
We'll go with trying
that's
to
the
talk
first thing.
to maybe talk to Fender about getting a signature guitar made, but certainly not creeping on
man.
women
Okay.
or anything like that.
I'm
So-
talking to Lear about getting a signature jet made.
Oh, yeah,
You
that'd
know
be
what
nice.
I'm
That would be
I like,
nice too.
I like where your head's at,
The
Dave.
Dave
Yeah.
edition.
See, one jet is amateur hour. You really need to get to where
A
each,
fleet.
each of the band members has their own jet.
The Dave edition comes with 3 jets, and that's the base package.
Yeah.
So you gotta be fucking baller to roll with Dave.
I'm just thinking about standard advantages because I mean, you're not going to have to pay for dinner really if you go out. You're going to get the best table. They're going to sit.
That's
you
the
down.
ironic thing about being rich as fuck is you have to pay for less shit.
They give you free shit once you make all the money. Then they give you gift baskets.
They'll pay you just to come show up somewhere and be there.
I've always thought
like,
that,
here's a
and then you
PlayStation
think
5.
it's like, well, your money really doesn't mean anything anyway. Like you have so much of it. It's just like, well, just fucking, here you go, man. Like, well, we got to take $150 out of your $100 million bet. It's like, nah, just
You never have to wait in line at a club again. You're always getting in. VIP.
you go in through the back. Yeah.
You're going to the VIP section. Free bottle service.
You also probably never go anywhere because you don't want to deal with it.
There is that. Yeah, there's that. I mean, fuck that Michael Jordan. Like he'll just hang out in his hotel room. He's not going out. You think Michael Jordan's going out to Walmart? And not a chance.
I don't think Michael Jordan knows where Walmart is.
That's not a good example, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan's not going out in public because, you can't. If you're Michael Jordan, you got to wear a mask, which is kind of cool.
I've actually heard that he's really cheap. He'll go to play golf and tip his caddy $5 or something.
Damn.
And go to a bar and spend $1,200 and tip the bartender $10.
Did you see any of that documentary about the Bulls? I don't know. It came out and Michael Jordan don't give a fuck about any of those guys.
Dude, and
what you think about them, what you got to say about them.
And he has jaundice. That motherfucker, Michael Jordan, has been drinking.
So?
He's been drinking heavily.
Cheers to you, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, I'll take a drink.
Number
to
23.
That was a great documentary, though, man. I enjoyed that. I was like,
I haven't
damn.
seen that actually.
The Last
Is that what it's
Dance.
called?
The Last
Yeah.
Dance.
I didn't even watch it all, but I just saw a lot of that, with Jordan. It's like, man, this guy is the shit.
Yeah, dude, that whole squad was the shit, man. Dennis Rodman.
So Jordan's always held this belief that he was kind of the first that
Dude, Dennis Rodman, come on, dude. He was banging Carmen Electra,
For sure.
just riding
Kim
Harleys.
Jong-un's best friend.
Yeah, hanging out with Kim
Yeah.
Jong-un, dude. Come on.
The only good diplomatic relationship between us and North Korea is Dennis Rodman, pretty much.
I think Donald Trump had an all right one. But
True, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He went out of his way to kind of suck the dick there.
Dennis Rodman was playing horse with the dictator from North Korea.
I think he's still kind of playing horse.
Did y'all ever hear about I don't think it was Kim Jong-un, but Kim Jong-il would claim that he invented the game of basketball and one time, scored 120 points and had 120 50-50 game.
Look,
and,
I saw the guy play, and are you trying to throw shade at him?
No, he actually did claim.
I've seen it.
He would make claims like that and be they had to change the rules of basketball because he was too good.
I know, I saw it,
100 points
man.
a game and shit.
Yeah.
Play golf and hit 40 under par every time, so they had to change it up.
40 under par.
Good.
Yeah, that's why golf courses are so long now.
Yeah, it's all because of Kim Jong-il. He's just too good at every sport.
Yeah.
I always think about that Robin Williams stand-up when he's talking about golf and he's talking about the people who invented golf, the Scots or whatever,
Yeah.
Robin Williams, rest in peace. There's another one.
Is there? Oh, I was hoping to hear a little bit about the joke.
Oh, the joke. Yeah, so I do that sometimes. No, I mean, I don't know. I would have to
Shout out Robin Williams. We still love you, buddy.
I would have to do an impression and I would completely destroy the... no, I don't know. I can't even do it.
Yeah, no worries.
Maybe Kirk can drop a little. No,
I'll drop a clip of it in the podcast.
that would be great. Thank you, Kirk. Thanks for the save.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear from Dude's estate, so keep it quick.
My idea for a fucking sport. I knock a ball in a gopher hole. Oh, you mean like pool? Fuck off, pool! Not with a straight stick, with a little fucked up stick. A whack a ball that goes in a gopher hole. Oh, you mean like croquet? Fuck croquet! I put the hole hundreds of yards away! Oh, fuck out, yeah! It's great fun!
Oh, yeah. Licensing. Yeah. Dude, one of my videos, Warner Brothers took one of my videos.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it was the Doors video. Because I don't have rights to the end, you know?
What? Oh, you,
Can you not even do karaoke shit on YouTube without... Dude, that's fucking...
Well, you can't monetize. They won't let you monetize.
Oh, is your channel monetized?
Some of it, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean...
How many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
Not enough to make money on it.
How about you, Shaun?
Enough to at least, like, sniff the concept of making money.
I mean...
I have 0 followers on YouTube because I don't have a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck YouTube.
That could be the way to go.
They're owned by companies.
I'll probably make one of these days.
I finally got an X.
Huh? Oh, Arin did get an X. You got a Twitter, Shaun?
Nah, I can't fuck with Twitter, dude.
Why?
Because Elon Musk is a piece of fucking shit human being, in my opinion.
I saw you pull up in a Tesla.
I don't fucking driving a Tesla. Like,
Just kidding.
if I did have one, I would be almost embarrassed to own it now because it's like the dude's
Why?
a piece of shit.
You don't like Elon Musk now?
I fucking hate him, man. I've always hated him.
Jesus, did he take Donald Trump's place?
I think they're very similar human beings, and I think they're both absolutely terrible human beings.
Do you
in
like Joe Biden?
Every conceivable way. I don't love Joe Biden, but I think he's at fundamentally on some level a decent human being.
You know he's a pedophile, right?
I don't personally agree with that, but you're welcome to have your...
He showered with his teenage daughter and fondled her. And
I don't know anything about that, and I don't believe that that's true. Yeah, I don't believe that that's true personally.
It's in her own diary. It's definitely true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she wrote it. Whether or not it's true, I guess would be.
Yeah, but I've never heard about that, and I've never seen anything to make me think that he would do that.
It didn't happen.
Moving on.
No, Shaun didn't hear about it. It did not happen. No, listen, the deal is, Elon Musk might be...
Why don't you like Elon Musk?
He might be an evil villain. He might be the evil villain.
Honestly, Shaun, we all have our own opinions on Elon Musk. I don't like electromagnetic frequencies, so that's why I ain't buying a Tesla, because that's just going to give you brain cancer. I do like how he bought Twitter for free speech. I'm undecided on his transhumanism thing, and
I guess it's really the fascism that kind of turned me off of him. But I never liked him at all because I don't like billionaires in general, and I think he's just a piece of shit.
You never met a billionaire you liked?
Never, surprisingly. Of all the ones I've met, 0 personally. But
Oh, okay.
He's fucking him, and all those people like him are shoved down our throats by the media at all times. So it's hard not to form an opinion one way or the other. But
what do you think about the billionaires that bankrolled Biden's campaign? George Soros, Heinz Sabin, etc.
I think that they're trying to improve society on some fundamental level.
So those are the good billionaires.
I don't know much about them, honestly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna unleash the dragon.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to turn into much of a political episode. But hey, what do we got in Kirk's Corner, man?
It's not going to be much of a political episode, but what's in Kirk's Corner, which is known for being a political segment.
Let's see. Well, yeah, let's see if anything hits. Because Shaun, dude, in Shaun's defense, I said this is going to be a chill episode. I don't, I just we just smoking weed and drinking whiskey.
I love being in Kirk's Corner.
I'm happy to continue shitting on Elon Musk if you'll want me to.
Shit on him. I want to hear what you got to say about him.
I don't keep a Rolodex in my mind of all the fucked up things that he's said and done, but they're out there, and I know that they happened. So
how many fucked up things have you said?
I'm kind of waiting to hear from Michael Jordan's lawyers for what I said earlier about him. But other than that, I try to be a good person.
I hope they don't come after us. I'm broke. I can't deal with any litigation right now.
Yeah, not in this economy. Not a chance.
I think I read that shit. Yeah, nah, never mind.
Anyway,
so I kind of want to talk.
You could argue that the amount of the involvement of rich people and billionaires, their involvement in politics is too high on both sides of the aisle.
Oh, absolutely.
That's kind of just how our system is set up, and it is what it is. It's stupid.
It's very much it's kind of weird as it is to say. And correct me if I'm wrong though, Kirk. It's definitely conservative value, and in fact, I'm a libertarian conservative. Just a right leaning libertarian. So, Yeah, the amount of money that influences government is outrageous, and it should not be allowed to happen. But a couple years ago, the Supreme Court said that there was no limit to the amount of money any company can contribute to a campaign fund, and that's a Supreme Court decision that I disagreed with. Here we are sitting on that.
Citizens United.
Yeah, it's a pretty horrible decision, I would say.
Yeah. So
but that decision was based on whether or not the government had the ability to control how much money is put into campaigns by corporations and labor unions. And for being a libertarian, that should be the correct decision, because the government is the worst arbiter of who decides what.
I know, I understand. Yeah, it is a little bit like, don't meddle in other people's business, but when businesses have $1 trillion bankrolls, it's just hard to fucking, it's hard to fight for the person. But constitutionally, it's probably the right decision.
There weren't $1 trillion companies when they fucking wrote that shit,
Oh, there were. I mean, we're just talking about, the Constitution.
Yeah.
No. There were no companies.
Exactly.
There was just treasonous bastards. Yeah.
Talking about politics just makes me want to throw up a little bit.
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing to talk about.
He's very apolitical. But you consider yourself a strong liberal.
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, I would say I'm not like extremely super far left, but I'm definitely.
Are you blocking highways for Palestine? Sorry, cut it. Let's move on.
No.
He asked not to. Sorry.
Nice. Hell yeah, David, killing it. No, what I'd like to talk about more than politics, more than anything, really, is AI sex bots.
All right, let's talk about them.
Because, quite frankly, I got an AI sex bot. I was taking a shit, and an AI sex bot messaged me on Telegram.
Is that Skybree?
No, she's real.
I see fucking that shit is like blowing up my Instagram like every time I scroll down.
It's on Twitter. Well, they're not. I don't know if they're AI, but like, there's definitely just like
send you nude
naked
pics,
women
that's
on
just
Twitter.
Fucking sad, man. Like
AI, dude. I was having a conversation.
You talked to it?
Oh hell yeah,
dude,
for a minute.
Let's move back a week. Let's move back a week, Shaun. This dude got catfished by this digital.
You got catfished by AI?
No,
he got catfished by a fraudulent identity of a digital woman that he's following.
No, she's not digital. She's real.
She's real.
Okay,
but
so
she's a porn star. She's a porn star OnlyFans model
that he only knows through a screen.
I followed her on OnlyFans. I was talking to her a little bit.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? I was supporting her, and so. So, anyways,
those are 4 funny words. I was supporting her. Okay.
So, anyways,
move on.
So this woman with the private account fucking claims to be her manager, claims that Skybree is reaching out to her fans, and I started talking to this other person who claimed to be Skybree, and she got a little bit of money from me, and it was kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thrilled about it, but I actually started talking to the real Skybree on X, because she's on X.
Nice.
And I was talking. I slid into her
Does she
DMs.
have a blue check mark?
She said hello. Yeah. So I'm talking to the real Skybree, but she's getting engaged. She's getting engaged to a truck driver.
Damn, dude.
Damn, Skybree's just got hotter in my mind.
You almost had her, man.
I've been trying to be a truck driver.
I was so close, dude.
All you had to do is drive a truck, dude.
If it weren't for the fact that it's probably going to get phased out by like self-driving trucks in the next 20 years, I actually think being a truck driver
would be a relatively cool
job.
You can make $100,000 a year for the next 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, I love driving around and like drive around for fun anyway. So fuck
dude, I deliver hot tubs, so like,
no shit.
I drive it. I mean, a semi truck, but like I'm in a truck.
Like a box truck, kind of.
No. I'm in a Ram 2500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. It's a really nice truck. This thing is badass, to be honest.
Yeah.
With a flatbed. But yeah, dude, it is nice to just drive around, dude. We'll go up into the mountains.
That's what I do
I've been to
anyway.
Durango. Yeah, just to escape for a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 90% of my job is windshield time, and then like
you get to do whatever the fuck you want. You listen to music, do whatever the fuck
smoking a vape and listen to music and learn Spanish because Carlos is from Venezuela, so que paso way.
Is that like your co-pilot or?
Are you listening to mariachi or?
Dude, I sent you them, man. Grupo Frontera, man, is a fucking awesome band, like Spanish-speaking band. Dude, there's good music. He's from Venezuela, you know, so mariachi is like Mexican music, like very much Mexican music.
Yeah, there's dozens and hundreds of genres scattered throughout South America.
He loves electronic music. Yeah. He loves Sebastian, man. Like when I put Seb on, he's like Electronica de Español, you know, like he fucking gets that like world thing Seb's trying to do. So yeah, man, no, but I agree. Yeah, and I look at these truck drivers.
So you run hot tubs like all over Colorado?
Yeah, we've also been into. I've been into Wyoming.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
as well.
Makes sense.
Dude, driving a crew and driving gear is kind of sketchy. I used to install solar panels, and I would drive the truck, and it was a big box truck.
Did you really? I didn't know you during that time.
Yeah, I installed solar panels for about a year.
Well, we ran with Andrew on the railroad too, which was crazy.
Yeah,
6 dudes in that F-250.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, it's kind of sketchy because you're up at speed on the highway in like a big ass box truck, and like you got your crew and like thousands of dollars worth of solar panels in the back, and I'm just like, dude, like they're not paying me enough to do this shit. I don't know. Like,
no, and people, and like, dude, when you drive in trucks like that, people just cut you off. Like in a Ford Focus, it's like, do you have any idea what you just risked to do that? You know,
I almost got fucking T-boned by this woman in an F-150, just on her phone, looking crazy. Yeah. Just crazy,
dude, I see all sorts of shit. Oh, like people are terrible. Everybody's on their phone. But dude, I'll tell you, the company I work for, I'm really lucky. I'm in a nice truck. We have a really nice trailer. We're not. Nice. It's I don't know, a little spoiled. I'm paid enough. Everybody's happy. Like, whatever.
Hey, Shaun, can I ask you what you do for work?
So yeah, I've been a driver as well. I've just been doing Uber and Lyft for a while, and taking the flexibility that offers to. For a while, taking the flexibility just to travel essentially constantly, but now really using the flexibility to really work on music as much as possible. And I worked on music while I was traveling, a lot as well, but it was so like interrupted by constant trips that like I never really got any traction, other than like writing songs and stuff. But
yeah,
I drove for Uber for a bit.
It's become kind of shit in the past like 6 months. Like they kept like shaving the wages or like shaving.
What
the
are you making? $20
an hour?
Yeah,
I can clear $20 an hour. But
no. What's your like? God,
I would consider.
What I was doing. And I'm talking. Yeah. I was doing this probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
but that's all I was doing then. Was like, and then, dude.
I mean, sometimes like I've kind of cut back to really working mostly on Friday and Saturday night. I was actually probably going to work after this.
How late do you go?
Sometimes I'll go until 10 a.m.
Oh yeah,
I'll work for like 12 hours or like
Mountain Dews, just a 12-pack of Mountain Dews in the fucking passenger seat. Let's go.
But
I was doing some blow when I was out there till like 4 in the morning. Yeah, just like fucking drop them off, do a bump, go to the next one.
I don't ever do that when I'm working. But
you ever have any sketchy Uber pickups?
I have, but like I've done 10,000 plus trips between Uber and Lyft, and
you're at 10,000
between the two of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And I would say out of those 10,000,
what are you driving?
I've felt unsafe maybe like 3 times.
I never felt unsafe. Of course, you probably had people
fucking
puking
drunk people like ranting incoherently for like 20 straight minutes.
You ever had a lady piss herself?
No, thank God.
I had that. You ever had anybody throw up?
See, I feel like I've gotten really lucky because like
haven't in 10,000 rides.
I've had people like puke out the window where I had to like rinse like hose off the side of the car. I've had like 1 or 2 globs of puke in the car where it was like a really small amount.
Yeah, you didn't have to stop your night.
There was once or twice where I did. I've never had someone completely empty like the contents of their entire stomach into my car, and I consider myself really lucky because you had someone piss in your car.
Dude,
how long did you even do it for? Like
I was doing it for I don't know, less than a year.
Damn, yeah. See, that's like I've never had that.
But dude, I picked these people up from a wedding, like a classy. Like I picked them up from it was a golf club out in Lakewood area.
Yeah,
and man, I couldn't even get you back there. It was cool. I pick them up. I'm waiting for him for a while. She passes out, dude. It's two guys and
I've had people where I had to wake them up. When we got
they're freaking out. Like she passed out. Like something's wrong.
They
she
couldn't wake her up.
Yeah. So I pull over, and then she wakes up and she throws up just red wine all over my 06 Subaru's white interior.
Oh no!
And,
to answer your question, I drive a Subaru Forester.
Yeah, good. What year?
I had a 2015, and I ran that one to like 260,000 miles, and now I have a 2019 that's at
Nice.
like 120.
I hate
now.
that new body style, man. I've had two of them. I've had the 2006 I loved, and then my 98 I liked even better, bro.
Yeah,
That
the
shit was
classic,
the shit.
the toaster.
Yeah, it was a toaster. Yeah, dude. But yeah,
They're
man.
good cars,
so
though,
she
yeah.
woke up, and the guy was like, yeah, man. Don't worry, man. I'm gonna tip you. And it's like, all right, they get out. I drop them off, and then I get to the place. It's like, all right, I got some puke to clean up. All right, so I go to the gas station. It's like, oh my god, dude, she fucking just like let out her bladder in the fucking seat, like a puddle.
God,
like it was
dude.
a puddle there. And I feel bad for that girl. Like, dude, you're watching me, Shaun. Like I drink, you know,
Sure,
so I
yeah.
fucking get it, you know. But
That should have been like a $500 cleaning fee. I mean,
they
were
give you
able to-
$130, man. You know, Uber. That's it, man. They pay for your night. That's all they do. They pay for your night.
And that was a while ago. They've made it a lot harder to collect on the cleaning fee. You have to like show the receipt of the cleaning, and they like
Oh, really?
they reimburse
Oh,
you. Yeah.
no. So back
'Cause
then
obviously
they-
people were scamming it and like jumping like can of vegetable
Oh,
soup in the
sure,
back seat
yeah,
and being like,
yeah.
"Smoke you to like give me $200," but like,
Dude,
I bet.
I fucking drove Uber for a little while, Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
And I just remember like fat ass people like fucking up my suspension of the vehicle.
and
like
probably like Denver is probably not the worst.
and my
place
brakes
for
and
that.
shit, you know, because I was at the time I was driving around in a little Pontiac, you know,
Yeah.
Vibe or like a little hatchback or whatever, and you know, like three like sizable American people get into the back seat, and it's like Jesus Christ, you could just feel,
Yeah.
you could hear the stress.
Oh, for sure.
And
man.
it's like, dude, man, this is not good for my vehicle at
no,
all.
well, none of it's good for you.
Yeah, that's the only thing about it that sucks.
It sucks hard. That's
kill
like
a car in a couple years.
I remember I picked up three young men. They were probably in high school, from the suburbs. So probably like they were like having a sleepover. At
took
one
them
of
to the mall and
No, it was in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m. probably. And they called me, and I went just to the boonies into the suburbs, and it turns out that their guy started talking to him for a little while. Where the fuck are you guys going? You know, because at that time you're only picking up like drunks and shit, but it was like these fucking school age kids, and they were going to another slumber party. They were going to a girl slumber party, and it was like, dude, I'm like kind of like helping in this fuck party that they're gonna have, you know. And like I felt like I kind of felt good, like I kind of felt like I was buying them alcohol, but just kind of just giving them transport to the fuck party, you know. It was cool. I liked it.
I don't know, man.
I felt like an older, I felt like an uncle or something, you know.
How many fuck party stories do you have from Uber, Shaun? Tell us about those fuck party stories.
None that I'm aware of, but I'm sure there've been some. Fuck, I mean, I've been in the game for a while. You know.
I had people, and I was kind of like into my cocaine days at this
I've
point.
definitely picked
and these
up,
people
like,
were like, wouldn't it be
prostitutes and
great
stuff.
if you just like sold cocaine? I was like, oh my god, yeah, I never did that. Though.
Yeah, I've had people ask me if I knew where to get drugs and stuff.
I mean, I know where
said
to
no,
get them.
like, yeah.
These people were like, do you have them?
Am I going to tell a complete
Jesus
stranger?
Christ.
Like, nah.
Oh yeah, well, there's that too.
I
I've thought about just like getting on, like, you know how people are like washing windows on exits now. You guys seen that? It's big on 225.
Yeah, like homeless.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah, they're washing windows. Well, yeah, it's from Happy Gilmore, but I never saw it here. You know, that's how he found his caddy. You know, that was a beautiful
I don't know
story.
if I've seen that in
God,
Denver.
dude,
but,
so funny, dude.
No, dude, it's happening
That's
on
how he
225.
found his caddy.
That's how he found his caddy.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was a damn good caddy.
Yeah.
He won the Mayberry Open. Remember?
I haven't seen that film, to be
You
frank.
haven't seen Happy Gilmore?
Shaun,
Dude, you're
what
the second guy we had on here that hasn't seen Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
It's a
but
gap.
the other one was your fucking
I know of it.
25-year-old fucking fuckboy here.
So but you're what, 32?
That's correct.
So yeah, that's well within range of Happy Gilmore.
It should be, but you know, I don't know. You know, there's been a lot of movies released in this world. Like,
Yeah,
I've
me
seen
too.
a fair amount of movies, but like,
Have you seen the new Barbie movie?
oh yeah, I went to see it like 17 times. In
What'd you
theaters
dress up
before
in?
it. Oh, you know, went with the Ken out. No,
I bet you wore sunglasses.
I haven't seen it actually.
No.
I've heard good things. You know.
I've never seen this guy's eyes. I've never seen Shaun's eyes.
Show us your eyes, Shaun.
He might be cross-eyed.
Are you blind?
I don't actually have eyes.
He drove here.
He has
so
robot
if he's
eyes.
blind, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Aaron.
Yeah. So
Hey, so you're smoking that nicotine vape. Let's talk about them.
You want to see it?
nice.
They're pretty, but you look different.
You've seen too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell no one.
Oh yeah, I'm just hitting this fucking dinky ass fucking disposable thing. You know, just get my.
Did you used to smoke the fucking real heaters?
Yeah, I smoked cigs. Like I smoked like a bunch of cigs last night at a concert and like.
Oh, you
bars,
still
like,
smoke? You still smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, I still smoke.
Nice, good. Keep.
I went like probably 6 or 7 years without really smoking them, except for very, very occasionally. And there would be like, I'd go like months between cigs. But ever since I started playing out recently, I knew it was just kind of a matter of time that it would come back into my life. But it's fine. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Cigs.
I don't smoke cigs.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, I definitely don't see one right now. Like,
No, this is
In your finger.
This is an American Spirit. I smoke them every time. Every
that's
so
organic,
often.
so it's harmless. It's
organic
yeah.
tobacco.
That's how you know it's good for you.
It's like cigarettes are legal, weed is illegal.
Well,
You know what I mean?
we're sitting here. In,
Alcohol is legal.
in an undisclosed location somewhere in or around Denver, Colorado. So
Allegedly in
weeds.
Denver.
It's honestly, I could walk and get weed faster than I can walk and get a pack of cigarettes right here. So it's
Yeah, no,
pretty
you're right.
cool.
You're right.
It's different. It's a different experience, Like,
And
You know what I'm
and
saying,
I
though.
could get cocaine
cig,
without
you just kind
ever
of like
even
feel
leaving the house.
chill. Like weed is just a whole nother can of worms. I love weed, but like haven't been smoking it lately.
Yeah. You should get back to it, man. It's good for you.
I will. It's always been cyclical for me. There just be
it is
there'll
for
be
me
lulls.
too.
There'll be lulls where will just quit smoking for a couple months, and then like all of a sudden one day I'll be like, fucking smoke some weed, and like then it's just like
then
like
you're back.
a month after that, I'm ripping the dab pen 30 times a day, and
The devil got it's cyclical with me too, but I've never, man, even since I've started at like 18 years old, like I don't know that I've gone more than like a week without smoking, but I will I will smoke like a lot sometimes, and then and then it's just
when I first
like,
moved to
and then I'm just
Colorado,
hitting the
I would
vape,
buy an ounce and it would be gone in like 2 weeks.
Shit,
Like wake up
Dude,
and
if
do
you
like
got
18
roommates
bong
too,
rips.
if you got 4 roommates that smoke weed, it's best that you don't, because like
that was I didn't
quick.
live with them when I first moved here, but I just had an apartment. Yeah, we just smoked weed the whole time.
Yeah, weed used to be better here too, guys. How long have you been here?
I moved here for the first time in October 2017. So over 6 years.
You never even got to fucking experience fucking.
Was it way better like back in like 2013 and 2014 when they first
2008 to 2011?
Oh, so before legalization.
Yeah, dude, that was the fucking
Dude, it was like the wild, wild west, man. When I first started working in the industry, I was just carrying suitcases of weed around.
Yeah,
no manifest.
You were just losing
trash
pounds,
trash
like,
bags
getting
of
away
weed.
with it.
Oh yeah, that was.
What were you
straight.
actually doing with those?
Pre or post legalization?
This is medical.
Medical, right?
Oh,
when it got
shit.
legalized.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually went out on a deal and I had like 2 pounds of weed, and I set the briefcase down, went inside, went back for the briefcase, and it was gone.
And that's what, like $2,500 or like $3,000.
Oh,
or
back
like,
then that was
Like $5,000.
10 grand. Or,
2 pounds.
That's probably a $4,000 pound, wasn't it?
I mean,
then?
it was.
Dude, we're talking 2,000.
Oh yeah, I forgot how much a pound is for a second.
Yeah, probably like $3,000. So you're looking at like $6,000 probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a fucking video. There was security footage of it, and like this kid just skateboarded up to it,
Everybody
grabbed
thought,
it,
everybody
and
thought
he just
it was
had
an
the
inside
best
job.
fucking night of his life, dude.
For the best couple years of his life, unless he starts selling that shit.
Yeah, or he got robbed a block down the fucking street.
Dude,
Who knows?
and I remember I
It's
had
the
to,
circle of life.
I had to go to the owner's office, or the owner's.
Was that John or
Yeah,
Ben?
John.
You went to John? Oh,
Yeah,
my
dude,
God.
and like to like his little layer. He's got like a side layer.
You've been to Australia. He's a Kiwi. And
I've been to New Zealand.
Just
as well.
rich,
I actually
just-
I studied abroad in New
Rich
Zealand
as
for
fuck.
an
just rich
entire
as fuck,
semester.
and
Yeah.
he's got his fingers in all kinds of different businesses and all kinds of shit. And his thing was, and justifiably, he was like, I'm not worried about the money. I'm rich as fuck. Basically, is what he said. I'm not worried about the money. I'm worried about a kid getting his hands on it, somebody underage, and then we're liable, and then it totally shuts the whole business down. And I'm like, word.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, then
It's
a
been
couple
great
then a
working
couple
for you.
years down the road, they go hand medicated chocolate bars out at the was it the stock show? I believe it was the stock show or something.
I didn't hear about
the
that.
first time the stock show allowed like cannabis in there. They went. I checked them, man. It was me the night before. I checked them. It was all good. A tray of fucking medicated chocolate bars got into the.
Like someone snuck them in, or they were like selling.
Yeah, I think it was some type
weed,
of sabotage. Yeah, like
Dude, the stock show too. That's like
somebody
most of
took
those
a tray
people probably
out.
never smoke
people,
weed.
Dude, it was kids.
Like,
it was kids.
Oh yeah.
People going to the hospital and shit. It was a deal.
Oh,
It made the
damn,
news. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the full melt bars. They called them the face melts at the beginning because
and that's like you would eat, one bar, and that's like 100 milligrams.
Oh, dude, back
like,
in the day,
for someone that never smokes, it's an unimaginable amount. Yeah.
In that time, who knows how much? Was in that time.
For sure.
It wasn't metered like.
Oh yeah.
And it was like one half of the bar could have like all of the potency, and the other half of the bar could have like nothing in it. Sure, it was like completely fucked. But you would get high. You'd get super high. Yeah, the Wild West days, man.
Yeah, but dude, before then was the better weed. Remember that weed we would get, man? The purple fucking, just like that homegrown fucking. It was always a little too wet, like it wasn't cured or dried properly. But man, it was just good, man. It was crystally. And now you just get like this commercial bullshit. Look, I mean, like don't get me wrong. You can go to the right place and get the dankest shit you've ever fucking.
I feel like it's a trade-off between availability and like you don't have to go to jail for buying weed and shit. I never know. Like,
do you ever get a ticket for weed here? Anything. I did several times.
I got a minor in possession when I was in UNC
for weed.
For weed, yeah.
Oh, they
you went to the University of Northern Colorado.
Yeah. Nice. Remember when we microwaved that pipe in your dorm and we just bailed?
So you guys have been friends since college.
Yeah, we've been friends for a while.
Yeah. Cool, yeah.
Oh man, that shit was funny, man.
Yeah, minor in possession, dude.
I got one of them.
Yeah,
in Alabama.
For alcohol or for weed?
For weed. Yeah.
Oh damn! I
actually got paraphernalia and MP.
I got paraphernalia tickets, like that type of thing, and like in possession of an ounce or less of cannabis is what they called it.
Yeah. I don't think I had over an ounce. I definitely didn't have over an ounce.
Oh fuck. No. Yeah, if you did, I was.
We literally just had the roach of a blunt.
Yeah,
and we were smoking it out of a bowl.
You were out of weed.
That was the paraphernalia. We smoked a huge ass blunt, and that's like an hour. And like we were like literally probably 60 seconds from like going inside, and these cops rolled up, in the suburbs of Alabama. I was like 18 years old,
It used to be so sketchy, like driving around and like, going into parking lots and like just for a little bit, we got to get out of here.
Oh, dude, it was so paranoid.
Thinking about it now, if we were smart, it's like you just get on I-70 and drive fucking west, and then turn around and fucking drive. Like, what the fuck are these kids doing? What were we doing just driving around the fucking neighborhood,
I don't know. Was it the gas? We didn't have a lot of gas money.
97 Ford, the only 97 Ford in the neighborhood. It's like, fuck. Shit, man. Dude, in Greeley, they did not. That was like, it was almost like fascist type fucking like enforcement of smoking weed, It's like, we're in Greeley in 2007. It's not like we're fucking old. Like, people are smoking weed, and like, man, if they smelled anything, man, they were gonna ruin your fucking life as fast as they could, dude.
Yeah.
So, oh, Greeley's got dispensaries for sure.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Oh, maybe Garden City only.
It's county by county.
It might be Garden City that has just. I don't know.
It is county by county because I know Colorado Springs
it's still fewer than 50%.
It's only medical in Colorado Springs.
Still only medical in Colorado
Springs. Still fewer than 50% of counties actually have fully legal like dispensaries. Some of them you can like grow. Well, dude, and
you can't blame some of them for like not wanting like.
I mean, it brings in a fuck ton of money for the government.
It does, but if you're not the county, like Denver County, Arapahoe County, Adams, Jeffco, like they need that fucking money, man.
Yeah.
You go to Garfield County, it's like they don't need your fucking. They
throwing one out there.
I mean, everybody wants some money, but they don't want the fucking. They just don't want. They just don't want
a bunch of
there,
stone
man.
hippies driving around.
Yeah, like it's just an ultra conservative area.
Yeah,
and like that's fine if you don't want it, and that's what the voters want.
It's like they voted
like
county
whatever.
by county.
Like that's the way it's supposed to be.
Choice. Yeah,
right?
I mean, I don't give a fuck if they don't want to sell weed and want to have less money to like improve schools and education and shit. And it's their decision.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that money is actually going to schools and education or any of that bullshit.
Some of it does.
Some of it does. Absolutely, some of it does.
Where's our tax money going? Where's our
a lot of? You guys know that 10% of Colorado's budget is going to illegal immigrants in this next year.
I mean,
I don't know if that's true or false.
I have no idea.
It's true.
Looking at the budget now.
It just got passed the other day. I just read something about that.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. They're taking our money and they're building bombs with our money, and I don't like that. But whatever. What should we spend our money on? I think we should turtle shell up. I think we should be 100% defense. I was talking to that fool from Israel, and he's talking about the Iron Shield, or I think it's called the Iron Shield. And
Iron Dome.
The Iron Dome. They just shoot missiles out of the sky, and like that's the kind of shit we need. Like anti-missile shit. Like why are we building tanks for like ground warfare?
Who is bombarding us with missiles that we need that?
Nobody.
Exactly. They're not going to.
I mean,
why
yeah.
should we spend even more than we already are?
No, that's a good point, I guess. But I'm just saying, instead of like, aggressive, like offensive shit, like let's just have like lasers that shoot missiles out of the sky, or fucking more.
I'm not a military guy, but I
defensive
guarantee you that we have that shit. And it's probably more advanced than you and I could ever imagine.
Yeah. Gotta imagine the kind of technology.
I mean, even
have.
down in Colorado Springs is like the center of like all that, like they have the I don't know what it's called.
Hadron Collider? Is that?
No, like
Cheyenne Mountain.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't really care.
Colorado Springs has Peterson Air Force Base. Cheyenne. Well, I think it's still Air Force. It might be Space Force now.
Yeah.
Cheyenne Mountain, and then there's another Air Force base down there. There's a lot of top secret shit going down in Colorado Springs. There's a lot of top secret shit going down in Denver. So Denver is Washington D.C. West. Like there's more federal buildings in and around Denver than anywhere else.
It's like the most defensive. It's like the most defensible city because it's like literally in the smack dab in the middle of the country.
And then we have mountains. We got mountains to our left.
14,000 foot mountains to the west,
we have
and an infinite plain. Yeah, huge nothingness on the east and north and south.
Honestly, it's crazy.
Isn't there some movie from like the 90s or like the Soviets like take over America and like Denver is like the last city standing or something?
That's crazy. Well, they've got like a bunker in the mountains where the government can go and hold up if shit goes down.
That's Cheyenne Mountain's the one you know about. But
God, imagine the shit that they have. More. Imagine the shit that they have, like the technology they have that we don't know about.
You know what the other weird thing about Colorado Springs is that's where Tesla's fucking reactor is. Like, he lived there when he was building his Tesla reactors. It's still there. You can still, I mean, it's fenced off, but it's there. It's a historic site. You can get there. So he had one in Colorado Springs, and I think the other one was in Jersey.
Oh, Nikola Tesla. I thought you were talking about
not Elon Musk.
So did I.
No, come on.
So did I. I'm glad that we're in the same.
We're back to King Douchebag.
Yeah,
get your mind out of the gutter, Sean. No, Nikola.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, he did do a lot of his work there.
Yeah, so
that's right.
There's something.
He's probably rolling in his grave being associated with King Douchebag Musk.
Look, and I don't know. Like people talk shit about rocks and frequencies and gems and fucking minerals and all this shit. But
Dwayne Johnson.
Just no, like like the energy from rocks and stuff. Okay,
I know exactly.
But just imagine if that is true. Like we live in the shadow of just these giant quartz monoliths.
Yeah.
And like if that is true, then there's something actually very, very powerful about like
we're vibing on the rocks of those mountains, dude.
I think like there's that, and I think like if you believe in extraterrestrial shit, I think it's also a very powerful region of the world for extraterrestrials and people who really have any.
Do y'all know about the extraterrestrial highway in the San Luis Valley?
Tell me about it. I know about the San Luis Valley, but
it's I forget which Colorado State highway it is, but it's the one that's parallel to US 285 that goes down to the Great Sand Dunes, and basically there's just been a lot of weird alien sightings and shit around there. There's like a UFO watchtower there. It's near Moffat, I think. Not Moffat County, but Moffat, the small town in the San Luis Valley, like kind of in the northern end. There's like a UFO watchtower and like a bunch of billboards with like aliens shit on them and stuff. I know.
Cool. I go to Canyon City a lot, and there's like the Wookiee store or whatever, and they call it like the coolest place in the universe.
I haven't been there,
but
I've been to Canyon City, but not. I've been to everywhere in Colorado.
I haven't been to the store either. I just kind of drive by it.
Do you believe in aliens, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of like little green men and like flying saucers, maybe not, but I think it's more likely than not that some form of aliens exist in the universe somewhere.
Do you think they have any control over our government or any influence?
No.
Do you think they're humanoids?
I think it's unlikely that they're humanoids just because of like, human beings are the result of 4 billion years of evolution that were completely determined by the conditions on Earth specifically.
Specified, yeah.
And like, I think
Have you ever seen an alien, Sean?
No. I mean,
are you an alien, Sean?
Maybe.
Have you ever seen an alien?
No, I wish I had. I honestly wish I could say that I have. I've had a few experiences up in the mountains where I saw some weird stuff.
Where
but not like nothing where I'm going to go out and claim that it was an alien.
Where were you?
I was at Jones Pass a couple
Where's that?
months ago. It's near Empire. It's on US 40 going up to Berthoud Pass. You go off and it's
up
like
north a bit. Estes Park area.
No, it's like an hour from here. No, this is like going west on I-70, and then you get off the interstate on US 40.
Oh, up to Steamboat.
Goes to Winter Park,
Yeah,
and then
Winter
eventually
Park,
to Steamboat.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I saw what I thought was a drone. A little black drone in the sky, and I reached over to get my DSLR camera and turned back to take a picture of it, and it just completely vanished. I never saw a trace of it again. Nice. And there wasn't anyone else up there. So that was honestly bizarre, and that was slightly unsettling. But again, it was probably just a raven or a bird or something like that. I'm relatively not cynical, but
anti-cynical,
rational.
Yeah.
When it comes to stuff like that, I think
pragmatic.
It's like if aliens are spending the energy and time to come to Earth, it's like, why would they be so obscure about it? Like, why wouldn't they just come and be like, yo, what's up? Like, here we are. Like, or just, destroy everything or like try to be peaceful or whatever. But just in terms of just coming and abducting like some random guy in the middle of nowhere and then just leaving without a trace, it's like, why would that be the move?
Yeah, they haven't really, there's been no real true interaction, like big time, like on a big scale.
Of all the thousands and thousands of UFO reports and stuff, 99% of them are easily identifiable as crap.
What do you think about like what the Navy's putting out that they can't explain?
Yeah, that's like the thing. It's like there are some that are truly bizarre, and there's not really a great explanation for them. But it's probably just like Chinese.
So that cylinder they were following, the Navy video I'm talking about, the cylinder that they were following.
I know that I don't maybe not that exact specific one, but I've seen the shed.
It looks like a pill, like a gray pill kind of.
So I've seen that in our atmosphere.
With your own eyes?
With my own eyes, and people were there, and they could come on and corroborate with me. And I was up.
Were you on ketamine?
No. I was in a business meeting on a patio, and Matt said, "Guys, check that out." And Matt is a very much a receiver of these things. He's like, "Check that out." Okay, so it's this little silver cylinder. It looked about that big, and for the audience, I'm putting like my
about the size of a hot
together.
dog.
Yeah, about the size of a hot dog, but
maybe a Twinkie, a large Twinkie.
About the width of 4 hot dogs. And it came around, and it was like, oh man, that's strange. And then it comes around again. And
you were just sitting outside on someone's backyard.
Patio. Those modern house, not a backyard. Those modern houses where they got the patio on the 3rd floor.
Oh, nice.
We're sitting up on that patio up in the Highlands. You know what I'm talking about? Right near 44th and Tennyson. That house I was telling you about. And it just goes around. And it's like, oh, there it is again. It goes around.
You don't think it was just some neighborhood kid flying a drone or like?
This wasn't a drone, bro. This was a.
Were y'all on mushrooms?
No.
We already identified that you were not on ketamine, but
we're in a business meeting. Like maybe some wine, maybe some like alcohol, weed.
Sure.
But that's it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's.
So I've seen that
every single day. There's someone out there that sees some weird shit.
That's the most like in my face shit I've seen. And then I've seen some other shit, just lights in the sky that don't make sense, like shit traveling north-south or south-north. That's not blinking. That's just crazy. Have you guys seen Starlink? If we want to bring up Elon Musk, have you guys seen Starlink in the sky?
Starlink, the satellite?
I've seen videos of it.
It's pretty crazy. I've seen it 2 or 3 times now.
So what is it? Just gives out? Is it like free Wi-Fi for all? What's the deal with Starlink? What is it?
It's not free, but it's global Wi-Fi.
Global Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it's not free, but you can get the kit. So if you're somewhere that's not wired for Wi-Fi, you can get it, and it's better than like fucking what was it, Jones Net or some shit like that.
That's cool.
But we had HughesNet in Alabama. In Alabama, we had that shit.
It's the remnants of Howard Hughes.
Yeah,
that's the cool thing.
I didn't know it was actually.
It's that company.
It was named after.
It's that company.
It used to be called something. They changed the name, but before that, it was something stupid. But it was crappy internet, honestly.
But yeah, if you ever see it, man, it's a trail of lights in the sky, and you're gonna be like, what? Fuck is that?
That's the thing. It's like,
think like, oh, that's Starlink. It's the only thing it could.
There's so many things in the sky that we know about, and then like every military of any developed country has shit flying in the sky that we don't know about, and it's like between those two, I feel like you can explain most shit.
Yeah, probably.
But not everything. There's some that.
But
there's
when you
not a
have
good
the Navy
explanation for,
telling
yeah.
you, like, hey, we're opening this up because, like, yeah, we don't know what this is and maybe it's a threat.
Yeah, but there's 200 other countries that all have militaries. And,
For sure, yeah. No doubt, yeah. But
remember that Chinese spy balloon that flew across the country?
Yeah, but first of all,
Yeah, everybody freaked out about it. And they're like firing guns at it and shit.
I think we allowed that to happen, and we're kind of in cahoots.
You
with
remember?
That. But we don't know of any other military technology, and you'd be foolish to think that anybody outside the U.S. military has any more advanced weaponry than we do.
No, I don't think it's more advanced, but it might just be like different and weird.
But things that like can travel at this
Defying
speeds,
physics and shit.
Yeah, like
Defying the laws of physics.
where the Navy's like, this thing's moving so fast, we don't know what it is. It's obviously not.
It could be interdimensional. It could be a projection from a different dimension. But
so the church thinks it's demons.
Demons?
Interdimensional demons.
Interdimensional demons.
Yeah.
Well, I like the sound of that. I like that better than little green men in space suits.
I'm more scared by interdimensional demons than I am by little green men from space.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely scarier.
Yeah.
Way scarier. Cooler though. More rock and roll. You remember Independence Day with Will Smith and the guy from Jurassic Park? What was his name?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
That movie I do.
You mean the guy from
I'm an
Apartments.com?
appreciator.
Dude.
I'm an appreciator of Independence Day.
Dude, Welcome to Earth.
I feel like you're a big Jeff Goldblum appreciator.
Not especially, but
Dude.
I know who he is.
That guy kills it. He
Fuck
killed
with
it in
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
Park.
He kills it. Anytime he's in front of a camera, he kills it. It's
Killed
Jeff
it. Yeah,
Goldblum.
dude. He's just so fucking. He's on target, man. He's classy as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Independence Day was one of my favorite movies, and
It's so cheesy, but it's like it just doesn't even matter because it's like it fucks. It's like it's just an enjoyable movie.
It slaps hard, dude.
Yeah, it slaps. Whatever.
Yeah, it fucks. It slaps.
I always like the aliens from The Simpsons too. The two that are like just as like ignoramus as the rest of us on Earth, but like a little. They look at us like we're.
Kang and Kodos.
What's that, Kirk?
Kang and Kodos.
Oh, that's the names of the aliens, dude. I saw the sickest pair of Adidas at the mall today with Stimpy on it. Remember? Not
Stimpy.
No, not Ren and Stimpy. The cat. I'm talking about the cat.
Cat dog.
The cat from The Simpsons.
Oh, I don't even know. I know Santa's Little Helper's the dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. It's either.
No, the cat, their cat, Lisa's cat.
The cat from The Simpsons was on the back.
I know
of it.
Santa's Little Helper's the dog. The
Yeah.
cat has a different name.
I'm not super knowledgeable about The Simpsons actually.
Snowball.
Was on the back of these Adidas Dunks, and I was like, I'm not even an Adidas guy, but I was like, dude, I'm a size 11. I was eyeballing them.
Yeah,
I was eyeballing them for sure.
I was getting in on those Stimpy Adidas you're talking about.
That would be cool, dude.
for sure.
Stimpy, dude.
A Ren and Stimpy, like Ren on one, and Stimpy on the other.
Ren and Stimpy was,
They were cool.
dude, that was a pretty far out show for its time, dude.
Yeah, giving it to kids too. I mean,
Yeah. You idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen this since I was like 4, but I remember thinking it was fucked up.
Favorite cartoon?
It
Favorite
was
cartoon?
weird.
Favorite
Like
cartoon?
as a kid or like
Any time of all time. Favorite cartoon as a kid, now, anytime.
as a kid, I fucked with like mainly like Rugrats and Hey Arnold and shit. But
Yeah. Hey Arnold.
I like Futurama. Would probably be my favorite like quote unquote adult cartoon. Or
That's
whatever.
Matt Groening.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I've seen some Simpsons, but like I haven't like ever bought the DVDs of like the early seasons when it was like still good.
Yeah.
Now I feel like they're on like season like
The
40.
Conan Simpsons.
Yeah, it's so the Simpsons are weird now. They all have cell phones and shit. It's like, why does Lisa have a
Yeah.
cell phone? That's fucking
I feel like there's a
weird.
general
Remember when they were like
consensus
they were
that it's
gonna
dropped off pretty hard.
they were gonna cancel it, and then they're like, nah, no, never mind.
Yeah,
we won't.
apparently
And
it
now
must
it's
be
just
still
been,
making
Now
money.
it's just been
Yeah.
terrible.
You might as well just milk
watch
milk that shit
I mean,
dry.
look, you can't leave South Park out of the best cartoon ever. It's definitely the best cartoon ever.
Yeah, I like Rick and Morty.
I've
Rick
seen
and
some.
Morty's
I've seen
good.
some
Rick
South
and
Parks
Morty's
that I
good.
like, but the majority of it, I think I'm not a big fan.
There's just so many
I
South
know
Parks.
that's sacrilegious as a Colorado resident.
I love the guys. I love the creators. Oh, what is it? Matt Stone and
they're
Trey
obviously
Parker.
talented and funny, but like in terms of what their end result of the show is, I don't enjoy it really.
Yeah, I'd love to sit down with those guys and just talk, dude, because they found a loophole that is really crazy, because they were just like, PC what? Fuck PC. Like, we're dealing with cartoon cutout characters. Like, we can say whatever the fuck we want. A little disclaimer at the beginning, like, yeah, this may look like Saddam Hussein, but
Trust us, it's not.
It's not. So just enjoy.
Then they went and put $14 million into Casa Bonita, and it's like the most expensive restaurant. And
good. Have either of y'all ever been there?
Yeah, not since they redid it.
And apparently, you can't even get reservations. They're on like a lottery. You like just put your number in on the website, and like maybe
they'll tell you
in 3 months they'll call you.
Yeah.
Dude,
but it's not like it's still like not even a reservation. It's just like a random fucking just throwing it out there.
I'm trying to get on that list, dude.
I've never been. I feel like
you never been even before.
No, and I feel like from what I've heard, it's like kind of a joke.
I mean, I've been to the neighborhood. I used to ride the bus through that neighborhood.
Oh, I picked someone up from a brewery that was literally right next door like 2 nights ago, and
it's not nice over there.
Casa Bonita.
I've been everywhere.
The food, horrible food. Good soap.
Yeah, the food was like legendarily horrible.
Good tortillas.
I've heard from people that have been. The food is.
It's horrible. They got
a step up.
They got cliff divers though, and it's like pretty close quarters. Like this motherfucker's jumping off this. Like it's probably like 3 stories into this little ass pool.
It's definitely not 3 stories.
It's 2 stories. It's 2.5 stories. Come on.
Yeah. Fine.
It's 2 1/4 at least.
I feel like no one really gave a fuck about Casa Bonita until that South Park episode, and then it became this like thing.
Like a cult. It's like a cult following kind of thing.
Well, dude, I mean, people
kind of like a bandwagon just because it was like on the show. Like that's just what I've read.
People in Colorado definitely gave a fuck about Casa Bonita. Like as a kid,
maybe some people did.
Like we had,
and that was what the show was.
You moved here in 2017, but like we had friends that would have their birthday parties at Casa Bonita.
Oh, okay, that's badass. That's badass, honestly. And that was what the show was.
Yeah, exactly. And then it gained like national fame from that one episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Of Cartman locking Butters up in the fucking in-ground like prison so that he could go to Casa Bonita, and he gets arrested and he has to try out everything before the cops get him. Like, holy shit, man! I mean, that was great South Park, man.
Don't get me wrong. I've seen some funny episodes, but I've seen more than not where I was like, "This is just stupid."
I'll tell you, Shaun. Recently, I don't find a lot of it funny now.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, they're what like at season 25 or something.
Something like that. I think they're 10 behind The Simpsons.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I remember when it came out. I was like 9 or whatever, and my dad was like, "Yeah, you can't watch that."
Well, because they probably have like a team of writers too, don't they? At this point,
it used to just be Matt and Trey, and then dude, now they hired guys
like mercenaries. And
no, it wasn't mercenaries. It was the dude from he was on SNL. Like they hired a bunch of writers for a season or 2, and those seasons tanked. And since then, I think they've remember PC Principal, and they were going all woke a little bit, like for a couple seasons, and then that was a different type of writer. They were going with like a different storyline even. They had hired some writers on. I don't know what they're doing now, man, other than like their specials, which are pretty funny.
You're referring to Bill Hader, David?
Bill Hader, yep, that's who I'm referring to. Who is funny as fuck. Don't get me wrong. Hot Rod is fucking
super bad.
He channels all the fucking
Yep. He was Seth Rogen's cop mate in Superbad. Yeah, dude. The guy's funny, man.
Hot Rod was the one where he's the
Bill Hader's the guy that got the shit stuck in his fucking eye and like he's high on LSD. And you kind of have a look to Bill Hader right now in Hot Rod. Like you kind of look like his character.
I haven't actually seen that movie, but
is that the one where he's a stuntman?
Honor.
Yeah. Well, what's his name's a stuntman? Yeah, and he's got his crew with him, and
he's a stuntman. Oh, that's like
Andy Samberg's a stuntman,
dude, and he harnesses spirit animals. That's so
and his
funny.
Crew, Bill Hader's one of the guys on his crew. He's high on LSD, and he it's like some shit. He gotta go to the hospital, bro. I don't know, man. That movie.
Oh yeah, Bill Hader.
As fuck,
Bill Hader's hilarious. Yeah. He's in that show with.
So he was writing for South Park for a while.
Bill Hader. Mm-hmm. So he's the guy that he was in that documentary show with.
Documentary Now.
Dude. So
with Fred
funny.
Armisen.
What a killer, dude.
He's funny. He's funny as fuck, man. Yeah, and he's a fucking drummer. He's a musician too, Fred Armisen.
Have you seen his special? That drummer special?
I think I watched some of it. The thing about Fred Armisen is I'm going to step into Shaun's shoes and be like, I just don't really want to hear what you have to fucking say, because Portland,
I don't personally find
Portland politics is not.
He's like in my wheelhouse politically, but I don't personally find Fred Armisen funny.
Dude, Portlandia.
Put that on the record here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Portlandia.
It's on the record.
It was cringe. Portlandia was
some of it. Like that's how I feel about South Park.
Funny.
Like some of it was like okay, but like to get through a full.
Those dudes are basically like libertarians / conservatives
from Oregon.
Matt and Trey.
Oh, Matt and Trey. Yeah.
And it's basically a conservative show.
Yeah, well, but until they got Bill Hader,
all the merchandise,
and his writing.
Yeah, I don't know.
All
I don't know the history that in depth, but
dude, they got $1 billion deal.
I was going to say
$1 billion deal from Comedy Central, and the first thing they did was go to Casa Bonita and say, "Hey, we're going to buy it." And then it got way out of hand, and they spent $14 million on this restaurant in the fucking Lakewood ghetto, bro.
Dude, that's so awesome.
But they were into it, and they were like, fucking we got $1 billion anyway. Like,
what's 14 million if you have $1 billion?
And hey, what's 14 million if you got a 2-year waiting list to get in the fucking restaurant, man? God. Because the other crazy thing was like the local media was pushing it. Like they were getting a lot.
Yeah, you
of
can't
media.
go on like Westward or like shit like that for like a week without seeing some shit about Casa Bonita.
Yeah, I'm sure still now.
It was like, will it open?
Dude, I'm talking like
they were closed for like 3 years or something.
Yeah,
and they like remodeled the whole thing. And
it was a lot.
The only reason I even know any of the shit is because they just would have articles about that shit constantly.
Exactly. It was pushed on it. It's just like, it's like,
and again, I'm like, is it this?
It was like Casa Bonita and January 6th
Apparently.
insurrection. That's all you get to fucking read about, motherfuckers.
Casa Bonita, directly translated to pretty house.
Yeah. Correct.
Is that what it is? Pretty house? The pretty house? Yeah. Bonito. Well, I'll tell you guys. I'll just leave it up to you. Go visit Colfax and Kipling and tell me what you think.
Been to pretty much every street and every possible
What's the worst
corner of Denver that
Have you
could
been
imagine.
to Derby?
Derby? Is that a town?
It's north of Commerce City. Yeah, I just discovered it, bro.
It's north of where?
Just north of Commerce City.
Oh, yeah, sure. I've been
Derby.
there. Yeah.
It's just a street.
It's like it's weird, man.
Like
but it's
like on the way up to Brighton.
Yeah, if you're on but not like on I-76, like you're on fucking the road.
Derby.
You're going,
I've definitely been there.
You're going next to the that nature shit.
Rocky Mountain Arsenal.
Yeah. Like just north of Commerce City, Derby, and like, they let you know you're in Derby. But yeah, it's like what you're saying. It's like.
It's a what?
You're in Derby and then you're leaving Derby, after 5 minutes.
Oh, it's a city.
Yeah.
It's a town, yeah. I've never heard of.
I mean, there's weird little places like that, and that like
it's kind of like Wheat Ridge. If Wheat Ridge like never made it,
There's one kind of near Edgewater that literally has a population or Lakeside. Lakeside is literally it's not part of Denver or any other town. It's like population like 12.
Yeah,
and it's like that amusement park, and then like one block. And it's like its own town, and they have like a budget of like $1,000 a year.
Dude, I've heard that the people that own Lakeside, because I was asking this guy, and he's a North Denver kind of guy, and I was like, why? How does Lakeside even why are they even still there? Like,
dude, that shit looks haunted.
Why haven't they?
It's so rickety.
Have you been?
No.
Oh, check it out in the summer.
It's on the list. I do want to check it out.
I'm like, why is it even there? And he's
just
like,
seeing like the wooden like roller coaster from the highway.
The owners of Lakeside own all that land, and then they own probably the town of Lake.
It's got to be worth fucking
and then they own like where Bevy's Liquor World is and all that shit. That's their real estate as well.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, they're just rich and they have no interest in.
Yeah, but even
leveling.
Edgewater is only like a few blocks. It's like
Edgewater's just like basically just the blocks on Sloan's Lake.
Around Sheridan.
And then Wheat Ridge is the other one. People like describe Wheat Ridge as
Wheat Ridge. I think is like 30,000 people though.
Yeah, it's a bit bigger.
But Edgewater
people
is
describe
like
it as like
3,000.
Mayberry. Yeah, Edgewater is like Edgewater
Lakeside is
strange.
like 10 people or something.
Mayberry.
Mayberry. Yeah, Wheat Ridge.
Oh God. What about Boulder? What about Boulder?
I personally love Boulder.
Boulder's beautiful, man. There's a lot of
it is really beautiful,
in Boulder.
and it's a college town. Like,
a lot of
if
rich
I ever
people.
get a ride that goes up to Boulder, I usually take it because I'm like, I'll fucking go to Boulder. Why not?
Yeah.
Do you play sports, Shaun?
Nah, I played soccer when I was like in 3rd grade, but not really since then.
Yeah.
I'm an outdoorsman though. I like to go hiking, and I've climbed like a bunch of 14ers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't do that shit.
Yeah.
I'll go outside though and like play some disc golf.
Yeah, I've played that. I played that before. It's fun.
I'll walk my dog, but like after 5 minutes, it's time to go in.
Yeah.
He gets winded when he climbs up the three flights of stairs.
Oh, you talking about them stairs?
You got to the front door so fast when I got here. I thought you were like, apartment 101, but then we went up like, 3 flights of stairs. I was like,
I noticed you lagging behind, Shaun.
yeah, I was.
You're about 15 steps behind.
It was a long night last night, honestly.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
No, we don't have to go into it in any detail. But
Fair enough.
All the good shit.
It was a long, but it was a good night.
What do we have on the list?
Well, we've got one more thing on the list that I want to talk about, which is a little bit far out. It's a little bit, on a different page. So it's this idea of a soul being able to kind of pilot an AI program or an AI algorithm. Kind of like the idea that like once you get a complex, call it an organism or call it even a machine, something complex enough, it can actually house a soul at a certain point once it's complex enough. Can you wrap your mind around that? You kind of understand what I'm saying? Just like the idea
it's like conceivably possible. Sure. Do I think that AI is like even 1% of the way there, like in its current form? Like, nah.
Not yet.
But like, I mean, at the end of the day, like the human brain is essentially, it's not a computer. It's more complicated than any computer that's ever been built, but it's like comparable, it's comparable in some way to like a computer. And like, if they can develop a computer that is, as powerful as the human brain, then yeah, it might develop what you could consider a soul.
Because it's kind of like we're in this meat fucking robot. We're in this meat sack.
All that really, you're literally a brain piloting a meat robot. That's
and it's like
the meat puppets.
Yeah, the meat puppets, exactly.
That's one of my favorite bands, personally.
Yeah, so good.
I mean, certainly not like AI sex bots on Instagram or not. They don't have a soul, but like maybe in 100 years, who knows? I mean, look how far computers have come just in 10 years or forget about like 30 years. Like 30 years ago they couldn't even do anything. Like it was like less powerful than like a watch. Like,
well, yeah, and it's kind of like this point of no return, where it's like it's just begun.
Yeah.
So it's like the AI has been born and it's going to learn from this day forward. It's like a baby opening its eyes and learning how to walk. It's like scrubbing the internet, collecting all the information.
And they can, even now they can make a robot that can like write a shitty, story or like make a fake painting, but it still requires like human input, It's not coming out of nothing. Like you have to like give it instructions.
You have to prompt it. Yeah.
And it's harvesting from anything that's ever been created.
Exactly.
Before.
It's not really, it's like.
And then
it's the prompt.
As well, I think when you're talking about souls, you have to consider who's giving out souls.
They're just in the ether.
Yeah, I mean, that really also has a lot to do with like how you define a soul. I mean, some people, that's a very like religious definition. The soul is like the eternal component of the human. But that's
I guess that's where I'm coming from for sure.
Yeah.
So
like an energy, like I don't know, maybe we're receivers. Maybe there's like I don't know. Somebody's.
I think that like I have an issue with AI or transhumanism is in like. Dude, you're not meant to play God. You can get a computer to get as close as you want it to, but like God's not going to approve.
Are you a very religious person?
No matter what you do, I'm not a very religious person, but I'm
I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, not very, very religious, but definitely believe in.
Would you consider yourself a Christian?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean that whole that's it's hard to really correlate religion with like.
So like when you say soul, what do you mean? Like,
well, I'm just saying like. I feel like there's spirits. There's kind of like these spirits in the air. There's souls, and like they can like inhabit. They inhabit fucking a human being. Like it comes through. I don't know. It's like this link. It's like this uplink.
Or does a human being inhabit the soul?
It's like this human being comes out, and it's like a blank slate, and there's just like this fucking soul, and it's like, all right, like I'm gonna pilot that. Or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's an idea. It's a screenplay idea. It's just a thought. It's a theory. But it's like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of a crazy thought. It's like, how advanced does the tech have to be before a fucking soul can inhabit it and pilot it? I don't know. It's like, is that what's going on with us?
I won't trust AI until I can figure out how to make human hands. Because if you ever look at how AI designs human hands, they're all fucked up and gangly looking.
It's true.
That's the thing with AI art and like images is you look at it once and you're like, okay, and then you look deeper and it's like really fucked up and there's like all this weird shit.
I fucking love
totally
that.
Wrong.
It's like, damn, that horse has 5 legs.
That intersection is 6 months away.
It's like almost like psychedelic in a way. It looks like something you would look at when you're on drugs, like,
it's awesome.
like acid or something.
Well, I've got this analogy where it's like, okay, so it's like a mech warrior. The AI digital art is like a mech warrior, okay? And it's just sitting there and it's like this badass robot with a cockpit and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna drive that motherfucker, you know, and I'm gonna prompt it to make a picture of Batman taking a shit on a tandem toilet with Robin. You know what I mean? But
doesn't that starve every artist you know that could draw a picture of Batman shitting on a fucking toilet?
What?
Doesn't that starve every artist that you know that would get paid to draw Batman shitting on it?
Does it? Am I starving artist, David?
I don't know.
Do you want to hear my analogy, David?
Yeah.
Do you think I could finish it?
You could try.
God, it's on a pedestal now.
You have to finish it now.
AI fucking art mech warrior, man. You don't want to hear about this? You're concerned about me taking money out of the pockets of fucking artists on the street?
No, I just thought you were trying to get at something of like, why you like AI. I was trying to get into just a little argument about it, but yeah.
It's the prompt. That's what makes you connected. It needs the human being. It needs the prompt. So it's like, an AI mech warrior without a pilot, art mech warrior without a pilot could create the digital art. Sure. It could shoot art missiles, sure. But it wouldn't be as unique as Batman taking a shit on a tandem toilet with Robin.
And it's like,
because that's my input. You know what I'm saying? Like how creative is this fucking robot? You know what I'm saying?
And when does the robot tell you that idea is, albeit funny, and graphically amusing? I don't know, man.
I actually made it. It's hilarious. So it's a picture of Batman. He's all sad on a toilet. He's taking her shit. And then there's like
that one.
There's like this little Batman. There's like this little toilet next to him and like it's empty and he's like all sad and Robin's gone. It's like it's where Robin should be, but Robin's gone.
Oh, I didn't notice that other toilet.
Yeah, there's a secondary toilet and he's like sad. He's like, man, I wish Robin was taking a shit.
It was
with
a
me.
funny picture. It was a funny picture. It's a good outlet, Aaron. Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah,
fuck it. Well. I mean, do we have any wisdom for the people this week?
Huh?
Wisdom for the people?
Crickets.
Wisdom.
Any words of wisdom? You have a good relationship with your father. I mean, he's probably like a mentor, a guiding light in your life.
Of course, yeah.
Does he ever given you any words of wisdom that you like have stuck with you?
Yeah. I mean, one time when I was really depressed and I was like, what the fuck is the point of life? And he just said, the point of life is to make the most of it. And that's something that kind of stuck with me. It's pretty basic advice, but it's like sometimes you need to hear that,
Dude, honestly, oftentimes the most basic like advice is the best advice.
Yeah, and it's like, I was like, yeah, I guess that is the point of it, Like,
and it's so
do whatever you can. I mean, I try to be a good person. I try to make the world a better place, even in whatever way I can. And just treat people with respect and shit. Like,
yeah.
But that, even like that wasn't even necessarily what he meant. He was just like, just in terms of your own life, you just got to do what you got to do. Like that's kind of when I was like, I guess I'll just move to Colorado and climb a bunch of mountains and fucking make music and do whatever the fuck I want. Like,
yeah.
Before that, I was like, I thought there was like things that I like had to do in my life. Get like an official job and like do all that kind of shit. But I haven't done it yet. And fuck it. Like, just want to play music and do whatever I want, basically. That's my words of wisdom. Maybe not the best advice ever, but do whatever the fuck you want, I guess, is the end of the day. Like,
that's strong.
As long as you're not hurting anyone else.
I have some words of wisdom.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
please share.
please.
So this is a Robert Frost poem.
Yep.
The best way out is always through.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
In other words, don't go around. Don't sidestep the issue. Just go right through it.
Sure. Yeah.
I like that. I like that, man. David? You know, David doesn't have any wisdom.
You know, I guess the only wisdom we can share, because he shared a frost. Chappelle opened up with that Thoreau quote. Can you look it up?
Kirk, most recent Dave Chappelle Thoreau quote.
He opened it up.
Looking up right now.
But beyond that, man, let's talk about mental health for a minute while Kirk's looking that up. Everybody always struggles with it. We got time.
I feel like not everybody does, but it's certainly a lot more common than most people think, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely common.
Yeah.
You know, your dad said, you know, make the most of it. It's like, definitely don't end it. It's that you definitely weren't put here to end your life. You know?
Yeah, definitely not.
So, but yeah, man, I don't know. I deal with a lot of depression throughout the day, especially like now. Like, dude, it's dark at 4:30.
Yeah, I really.
Do you
that's like my
from
least
that type of thing.
I suffer from really bad depression just overall, but it never helps when the sun sets at 4:30.
Yeah,
I feel like I've never gotten that about winter. It's like, why the fuck would you make it even shorter? Like daylight savings is so dumb.
Like, can we do? Yeah,
it's like, oh, the days are getting shorter and shorter. Oh, let's make it even an hour shorter.
Let's
like
cut an hour
immediately.
real quick.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck. Like,
yeah,
but yeah, you know,
yeah,
comes and goes. But I try to do what I can to just, like you said, Kirk, just go through it. Like,
so how with all that depression do you like get in front of a mic and you still make music and you still like can accept getting up on that stage and accepting what anybody's going to think about you? Like,
honestly, playing live music in front of people recently has been like the strongest antidepressant I've ever experienced.
Why? Like, is it like, do you have any philosophy behind like why?
I just honestly feel like that was like what I was put on this earth to do, is play music. And like, it's great to just play a guitar in your bedroom, but like, you know, you also want people to hear the music. And like, I've gotten a pretty, you know, not only have I gotten a pretty positive reception to my music for the most part, but I've also met a ton of really cool people and made a lot of like more friends in the past 6 months than like in the previous like 5 years of my life before that, including you.
Dude, same
and,
here,
like,
man.
And you just tonight, like, and it's been great. Like, it's been life changing. Honestly, it's been like last year was probably the best year of my life. Just cause like I finally fucking got some traction with music and shit.
Nice,
that's awesome.
Congrats.
Thanks. Yeah,
it was good.
I have that Thoreau quote.
Yeah, what is it?
If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours.
That's nice. That's ice cold.
The last you said, in common hours.
Yeah, HOURS.
Kirk, can you read it slow?
No, I understood it. Well, you can.
I want to hear it slow.
I liked that a lot. Yeah.
If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours.
Mm-hmm.
Does that speak to you guys?
Speaks to me.
You saw the special. Kirk, did you watch it?
I did.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
I thought moments were funny. I liked his jokes about the Chris Rock, Will Smith incident.
Yeah.
His joke about his wife's facial recognition.
Yeah, that shit was funny. Yeah. That's the only time he really touched on a race right there. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the facial recognition of his wife. When he did his wife's face with the facial recognition, I was laughing out loud from a lot of that.
What I really liked is it all made me laugh. I was the whole way through, and then like the way he ended it, that last 20 minutes, talking about dreams and like whether you're in his dream or he's in your dream, and talking about experiences he's had with oh God, what's the guy's name?
Little Fetty Wap or some shit.
Lil Nas X, and he's like, and at this point, I realized I'm in this dude's dream.
yeah.
You know,
he walks up,
and then he even goes on from that to close it. Man, I mean, the guy is just the philosophy behind it. And then I don't know. I thought that Thoreau quote was nice. Shaun, I'd implore you to watch it if there's one comedy special to watch as your first, like that was a good one. That was funny.
I appreciate the recommendation.
Yeah, all that shit is fire.
I don't even have Netflix or anything like that.
Well, I can get you a password, but that's how these assholes watched it. Don't worry, it's my sister's code, bro. It ain't even mine.
Sharing the wealth.
So who are we waiting on for some wisdom here?
Me?
You, right?
Me?
Are we waiting on Aaron for wisdom?
Shit, you want wisdom from me? You want some wisdom from me? My wisdom is just remember, the sun will rise. The sun will rise.
Fortune Radio.
All right. Fortune Radio. Peace.
Just down the end of the road, when it feels like you can't carry on, and life is a real heavy load. I know that it's hard, but you can't always get what you want. All you need is a little more time. Nobody sees when it's real, so steal to find the right price. It won't cost you a dime. Cybergirl's late on my life once again. I'm feeling real low in Tahoe. This earthquake is coming down to split the whole world. The yellow storm's fixing to blow. Just down the end of the road, when it feels like you can't carry on, and life is a real heavy load. I know that's hard, but you can't always get what you want. All you need is a little more time. Nobody sees when it's real, so still for find the right price. It won't cost you a dime. Song. The End of the World.
That's a great song.
Thank you so much, man.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Play it again.
My voice is hoarse. I've been smoking so many cigs lately.
I recorded. That's recorded.
Oh, nice.
I recorded that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I would love that. Yeah, I would love to put that on the show if that's okay with you.
Throw it on there, dude. Yeah.
Cool.
I have you guys in another one. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah. You guys, we produced some really good shit tonight.
I know I'm a fucked up.
We produced some good shit.
Thanks for putting up with me. I hope
I've never judged anybody for drinking. Like, I don't give a shit. Like.
Yeah, well, one day you will, I'm sure. Man, you're a talented musician, man. You never play the same guitar. You have kind of the same love for music. And honestly, you have kind of the same voice for music. And
yeah, I mean, I asked you what your favorite artists were one time, and
he loves Ben Gibbard.
You love Death Cab?
Yeah, I like Death Cab a lot. Ben Gibbard.
I love Ben
Gibbard. One of the greatest artists of one of the greatest writers of our time. I think
he's he's one of the greats, man. I love him.
Yeah.
What's your favorite lyric song of Ben Gibbard? You know the one about Las Vegas?
Remind me.
It's later than it is early, and it's like all the. If you tell me yours, I'll get mine.
My favorite album is like Transatlanticism.
I mean, that's a cool.
Dude, that album's like 20 years old.
I still think In Rainbows
How
is
crazy
the
is
best
that?
album I ever put out of all time. Not to mention that it
Okay,
was
yeah, it's one of the best for sure.
But Transatlanticism.
Dude, that's like you, the guy that does sound random at
Random Temple.
Yeah, random at Lions Lair. He's a Radiohead guy, and like they did Weird Fishes.
Yeah, I heard that shit was so sick with the MC from the Squire.
Yeah, they had the guitarist from the Squire. He's one of the best guitarists I've ever
Dave
heard.
Chappelle walks into fucking I'm a Dreamer.
I thought it was.
It's a pretty special band, Radiohead.
No, that was a cool set.
I believe I said they were my favorite band of all time.
Mine too.
Yeah.
It's a cool set. They.
I thought you said the Decemberists, but
No, dude, I've never gotten to see the Radiohead. I think Okay, so that's why I asked you that.
you go more by like live performance than like record.
Well, hey, best bands ever and your favorite band. I think that's gonna be two separate things.
Sure.
I never got to see Radiohead. The best band I've ever seen. Here's what I like about both of them, and my argument for all of it is Radiohead is the same Radiohead that they were in 1987.
Don't
87?
agree, but like sonically or like
The members.
Oh yeah. That is actually crazy. There are very few
It's
bands.
nuts.
Yeah, it is.
Guess what the other one is? The Flaming Lips.
They've had people come and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, they had to kick one guy out.
Was Radiohead around in 87?
Both of them were.
Dude, Flaming Lips' first album came out
That's
in,
insane.
if I'm not mistaken, 1982.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
They're in their fifth decade.
And go to Oklahoma City. You've been there? You've been in Flaming Lips Alley?
I haven't been to Flaming
It
Lips
sucks.
Alley.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, those guys are fucking dope. And the other thing I like about both of them is every album they put out, I mean, maybe more Flaming Lips than I think Radiohead, but it always kind of evolves a little bit, but it's also always perfect.
That was when you said they've been the same, and I was like, well, actually, their style has really changed a lot. But
yeah.
My favorite Radiohead stuff is the guitar-based shit. I love all of it. Like I said, I love all of it. And In Rainbows, it's a 10 out of 10.
I think it's 10 out of 10. I think it might be the only 10 out of 10.
But for me, the Benz and OK Computer are like 10.5 out of 10.
OK Computer? Yeah. Okay.
That's a 10.
So you're like maybe, that extreme on
maybe an 11. Dude, that's my favorite. Dude, like, music is my life, and I have listened to
where's the Flaming Lips?
Thousands of records.
Least favorite Radiohead?
Least favorite Radiohead album? I mean, Pablo Honey.
Pablo Honey.
It's still like an 8.5. It's an underrated album. And honestly, this may be controversial, but my second least favorite is
Of course it's Pablo Honey, dude.
I actually might take Pablo Honey over A Moon-Shaped Pool. I disagree.
Dude, A Moon-Shaped Pool was fucking dope.
It was pretty great, but like, this is Radiohead.
How many times did you listen to it?
I like that video that they have of
it's fucking he's like seen aliens. We already talked about aliens. That fucking song he's got
We
about
talked about aliens for like 15 minutes.
At the end you see the shine, whatever you're saying.
Yeah, Flaming Lips formed in 1983.
Dude,
so his brother,
I didn't realize you were around that long.
Wayne Coyne's brother was actually the singer at first. And he was like an acid casualty, yeah. On like the first EP, like one album.
Casualty?
Acid Casual or Acid Casualty?
He died from acid?
He didn't die from it, but an acid casualty is a dude that just does too many drugs and like loses their mind, you know? Yeah, not like literally a casualty. But.
Dude,
to answer your question, I love the Flaming Lips, and they're probably in my top 50, but
what about Modest Mouse?
They're in my top 25.
Flaming Lips in your top 50?
They might be like 27. You know, it's like, dude, I was trying to say, like, I've listened to thousands of records.
If Flaming Lips is 27, what is 23? This is a recurring guess.
I wish I had my list on me. I mean,
You have a list?
Oh yeah. I love Wilco. I love Death Cab. I love My Bloody Valentine. I love Sonic Youth.
Okay.
I love Sparkle Horse, which y'all might not know.
Where's Tool fall?
Sparkle Horse.
I'm not a Tool guy, to be honest with you.
Tool doesn't fall in your list.
David Bowie.
I love it.
Mars Volta.
Yeah. I mean, my top 25 would definitely have Zeppelin, Beatles.
Beatles.
I've never listened to much to the Mars Volta.
Prince.
Never listened.
What a racist.
Jimi Hendrix would be in my top 25.
How many Prince songs can you name? Go.
Chelsea Rogers.
Chelsea Rogers?
1999.
Purple
Little
Rain.
Red Corvette.
Doves Don't Cry. I don't even know Purple Rain.
Doves Don't Cry. Purple Rain. I mean, I know I
He totally built you up.
Yeah. Well, thank
I'm like
you
the
for
kind of
that.
guy where it's like I've read on
That's my
on
man.
All Music. I've read like 50 Prince album reviews, but I've never
Hey,
listened to
here's
an
what
album.
they
Like,
said
read
last
about
week.
music.
Here's what they said last week. Remember they asked them the fucking question? Here's the question I want to know. Elton John or Billy Joel? That's the tough one.
I like Elton John.
That's the toughie.
Honestly, I dislike both.
I like them both. I got Billy Joel and Elton John.
I saw I like your wall of records. I
got
nothing against them.
You hate them both? Or you
I don't hate any.
You're not turning them on, you're turning them off.
I don't hate any musician.
But if Elton John comes on, and if you turn Elton John off, Billy Joel's coming on. Or the other way around.
Dislike.
Like, which choice would you rather have? Billy Joel
absolutely
off?
Elton John. I dislike Billy Joel. I don't like his
You're going to
music.
turn Billy Joel off for Elton John.
Elton John is fine, but for me, it's just like...
You hate Billy Joel.
Piano Man?
I don't hate him.
You hate the Piano Man?
I don't hate him.
He didn't start the fire.
I've heard the songs on the radio, and I was just like, I always change the channel when he comes on, and it's like that. I've never like listened to his album.
If I had 2 tickets in my hand and I said it's Billy Joel or Elton John at Red Rocks, and it's,
I literally just told
20,
you Elton
it's
John.
20 rows up, you're
He
taking
doesn't
Elton
listen.
John. You're taking Elton John.
Easily Elton John, but my thing with him is like
I'm taking that Billy Joel ticket every day, dude.
He's coming to Colorado next summer.
Billy Joel?
Yeah.
I bet he is because he's fucking badass.
Probably like the farewell tour.
Fucking tell him I'm coming.
Elton John is a little bit cartoony for me.
Elton John.
It's cartoony, the music, like musically cartoony.
I mean, Elton John can fucking play guitar. Or, I mean, a piano.
He can play piano and he's a great vocalist, but he didn't write the lyrics, so it's like,
Billy Joel.
True.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't know that until I watched that movie.
Yeah, no judgment, but it's like...
So are you turning...
It takes away. It takes away.
Are you turning...
The songs aren't his because the words aren't his.
Sean, are you turning to Billy Joel in real time? Are you turning to the Billy Joel ticket?
I'm not going to that shit.
You don't want to go to Billy Joel?
No, I just saw it on Westward.com.
So you're just taking my Elton John ticket and selling it because that's what's worth more? Oh my god!
I think Elton John just did his farewell tour. He's done.
I'm telling you, but I got a ticket. He ain't done.
Dude, they always fucking say they're done. They always say they're doing a farewell tour.
Yeah.
How many farewell tours has the Rolling Stones done? How many farewell tours has Aerosmith done?
And those dudes are a full 10 years older than who we were just talking about.
God, I know.
Yeah,
Those motherfuckers,
They're
man.
all in their 80s.
Dude,
I don't know if Bill Wyman still tours with him. He's like 87.
Bro, Keith Richards has a
There you go.
TikTok.
Billy Joel playing Coors Field in 2024. Westward.com. There it
I'd
is.
love to go see it.
Yeah.
Keith Richards still has his finger on the
Dude,
pulse.
Billy Joel. I just imagine Billy Joel puts on a show.
See, in my opinion, he's like not even really rock and roll. Like he's kind of like
No, he's like jazz.
it's not jazz.
He's like piano, fucking
I mean, like I get that he's like a respected
doo-wop.
musician, but like
Yeah, I'll buy it right now.
Drop D is great for folk, dude. Those dudes use it all the time. Like that's like it's like not an open tuning, but it's like half open because you got the bottom three. You just got chord right there. They use that a lot for like Tool and like like metal and shit. Like so you just move one finger. It's like when you're doing super fast technical shit. It's you don't have to use it. But.
I like Dad Gad.
Yeah.
You ever fuck with Dad Gad?
I fucked with it. I don't have a ton
Are you a
of
Tenacious
songs.
D fan?
Dude, they're comedy. It's not music. It's like a comedy act.
It's very much music.
It is music, and they're talented musicians, but
Is
it's
Jet
not.
Black?
It's not my thing. Like it's not my thing personally. But it's cool. Like I don't like hate any musician where I'm just
laying in bed, strive to play like really
unable to sleep because I hate them so much. I'm not that kind of person, but like I just don't. If I don't like something, I just don't listen to it. Like there's so much good music that I do.
What
like.
do you listen to? What's in your CD? What's the tape hang? What's the cord hanging off the tape plugged into the cell phone?
I've told you about several. I mean, the Ramones.
What were you listening to when you parked your car?
The Clash would be in my top 10.
You're playing Clash.
I haven't listened to it that much lately.
What were you listening to when you parked your car?
I was actually listening to a recording of myself from Lions later.
That's not fair.
You got to, dude. Like, I feel like it's important to listen to yourself because it makes you better. It makes
I love the Beatles, but I fucking love Bob Dylan. I love the Ramones. How do you feel about the Clash? Do you fuck with them?
I don't know a lot about the Clash.
I love punk music. You know HD3, HD2?
No.
Do you have an HD radio?
Oh, that's a I thought it was a band. I was like, that's a weird band.
No. It's not anything like KTCL.
Is it satellite radio or like?
It's HD radio. Like if you have a radio new enough, but like HD2 is like just punk. They call it punk tacos. Like, play fucking soul punk music, man.
You ever listen to the Smiths at all?
Yeah, dude.
I love the Smiths.
They're what? Again, it's like I have so many favorite bands. They're certainly top 25. Like, probably they might be like
25 for you. Where does Morrissey fall?
Easily. I haven't listened to. I've started listening to his solo stuff, but I haven't listened to it enough to put it like in the top.
Interesting. Can you play? What is it? Well, this name there. Sharp dress.
This Charming Man.
This Charming Man, yes.
I could probably play it if I looked at the tab, but I don't know it like off the top of my head. So I love Soundgarden.
I love just
honestly any of those. Like I love Alice in Chains.
Tom Waits.
Soundgarden. He's someone that I really need to check out because I know I would probably like him if I got into him.
He's cool.
You sound like him.
He's got a really original sounding voice.
Yeah.
He sounds like Tom Waits.
You smoke more cigarettes, but you're well your way.
I smoked like a pack of cigarettes last night.
Yeah, maybe that's why you sound like
Got a frog in my throat,
yeah. It's really nice, man. You play a really peaceful guitar, man. I wish Arin would pick up the guitar and play with you. You want to go in there?
Sunny Day Real Estate. I don't know if y'all know them. Well, you asked me about them, but they're definitely up there.
Seattle.
Yeah. Seattle, but they might be from one of those like kind of outlying cities.
Olympia. A lot of them.
Death Cab is from Bellingham.
I live in Bellingham. I go north.
Yeah. Modest Mouse is from.
I thought they were from Oregon. I thought Ben Gibbard was Oregon.
I'm not sure where he was born, but the band definitely formed in Bellingham.
Modest Mouse is, yeah.
Issaquah, Washington, yeah.
December is Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Have you seen Death Cab live?
I have. Yeah, I was in high school. It was like 2009.
Was it good?
A really good show.
Yeah. How was Ben Gibbard live?
I thought they put on a great show.
Ben Gibbard, like there he was. Yeah, it was cool. It was like the Narrow Stairs tour, which in my opinion, I don't know how you feel about Death Cab's like recent albums, but in my opinion, Narrow Stairs was the last great Death Cab album.
Yeah.
This might be one like that I can still remember.
I mean, I don't fucking...
There's scattered good songs on like
yeah, like even
albums.
Their new shit. There's a few great tracks.
I loved one song on the recent album.
Yeah, what is it, like Kintsugi or what is it called?
That one was like almost 10 years ago at this point.
What's their new one?
Asphalt Meadows.
That's right.
And it had the song...
There's some good tracks on that shit.
Weed Like Waves. I thought was really good.
Yeah, dude. He's talented, man. Like, that whole band is fucking super talented.
I actually have one in my pocket.
I got one.
Is there better lyricists?
Chris Walla left the band, but Death Cab had the same four. I got one.
Okay. Cat.
It's one of my favorite Death Cab songs.
That's from the album I'm talking about, where he's got the other. Play Kath.
Did you live in someone else's dream?
The song is Kath.
The album.
Narrow Stairs.
The one I'm talking about, Vegas, is from the same album. I'll look it up. Kath.
We talked about Built to Spill already. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's just like... Just love music, man. Like, one of my... I don't know if I would consider him one of my favorite artists. Because he has like 50 albums and I've only listened to like 7. But one of my probably top 10 favorite albums is Astral Weeks by Van Morrison.
Yeah, Van Morrison's the man.
Yeah. And that... have you listened to that album at all?
I haven't.
Yeah. It's a unique album in music.
Consider like any Van Morrison album I've ever got. Like I know Van Morrison's songs, but like
yeah, Astral Weeks doesn't have any of his like famous songs on it, but like it's a unique album in music history. Not just like Van Morrison, not just classic rock, like musical history. It's
is it not him just pelting like?
It is, but like he literally went into a studio with an acoustic guitar and cut an album in 2 sessions with like jazz musicians.
All drunk
so
all night.
They were probably drinking, but it's like all completely like
I heard that song.
Stream of consciousness. You know, he had like ideas, but it was stream of consciousness, like vocals, melodies, like chord progressions, and like all the musicians are great. And it's like
that's the myth.
It's a one of a kind. Right? It's a one of a kind. Now, what's that?
That's the myth of In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Like they stumbled in.
Oh, they were probably definitely on drugs.
They stumbled in, said we're going to record. That's why it's In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida.
No one told him to stop.
Yeah,
no one told him to stop. That's why it's 16 minutes or whatever.
I was listening to Santana.
I like Santana. He's not like one of my absolute favorites, but I love his guitar playing.
Amigos on fucking vinyl. It's so good, dude. Hanging out with my lady in the candlelight.
I don't know that song actually.
Listening to Amigos, it's an album.
Yeah,
it's an album.
I only actually have it. I have his greatest hits. I'm not like a greatest hits guy, but that's just like one that I randomly have for some reason.
Yeah. I like that when he plays, you just know it's him.
Oh yeah,
it's like his guitar sings, and it's like you hear it, and it's
like
him. It's him. It's like oh, that's Santana for sure. You don't even have to hear like only a few bars of Santana. And you're like, yeah, that's Santana. He didn't say a word out of his mouth, but he was playing his guitar, and you knew it was him.
Yeah,
like that's pretty impressive,
for sure.
To lock into your tone so well, and just lock into your style so much, like it's crazy.
What music do I like? You ever listen to Joy Division?
Not really.
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I feel like I've probably heard a few tracks, but
for sure. Yeah. Love them. Love New Order. That was like who they turned into after the singer killed himself.
Dude, lately I've been listening to like, honestly, like a lot of Mac Miller.
Yeah. No, I know you like hip hop.
A lot of fucking. Dude, I like hip hop. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, put on Faraway Skies.
Nothing fucking wrong with that, man.
Sure, dude.
I like it. I just, it's like it's a whole world that I haven't dove into. It's like I feel like I might one day. I feel the same way about metal too. I'm kind of curious about metal.
I just like fatty beats and I like poetry.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like a completely different approach. It's like it's instrumental. Like there's instruments, but it's not the focus. It's like It's all about the.
But it's like you listen to like.
But at the same time, like a hip hop song sucks if the beat sucks. It's
like a nice fat beat, but a lot of times there's acoustic instruments. Like
for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like it's there's the different eras. Yeah, yeah.
Like this motherfucker's playing a ukulele, but it's a hip hop song, and it's like that's awesome. I'm trying to make shit like that.
You alright, dude? Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you like sample the beats and stuff.
Yeah.
absolutely broke and need to work.
I know the feeling, dude.
Like, honestly, like, I don't want to go back to my place to drop off my guitar, but I guess I should. Did you build this shit yourself, or like?
My dad actually did.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like a skilled homemade carpenter kind of job. Like, you know, like skilled. Like.
Yeah, he built that, man.
I just gotta try out your Bixby one time, just because I'm curious.
Of course.
Can you plug it in?
We don't need.
Like on low.
We don't need to do that.
It's Saturday.
I really gotta get going, unfortunately, but.
Fuck, man.
I mean, you can get this guy to plug it in.
I've been with this fucking guy for decades.
How far back do y'all go? Like high school, like middle school, like what?
High school, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, man, we knew in middle school and high school, but this guy was in a band. I was a nerd, but then we went to college and we were fucking kind of buddies. And
Yeah.
we had like that background. Yeah. So it was back a bit, and then we were together for a minute. Yeah, man. I don't know. Aaron's learning how to hate me. You got
This thing's got a really great action.
Nice.
Solo. You set this up recently?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How many SGs did you have before
It's
that
like,
one?
it's like
Aaron?
perfect.
Is that the
Like,
original?
That's
solo.
Yeah, I love that guitar. That's Brown Betty, man.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I got that guitar. It was brand new when I got it.
You have
That's-
11s on here or 10s?
Those are 10s.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, I got 11s on the 335 because I hate myself.
No, I got 11s on the 335 can handle 11s.
Okay.
That's why I have 11s on mine too. Like it's just it wants 11s. It just
Dude, literally when I got it,
Gauge a string, yeah.
when I got it, it had 10s, and I was like, yeah, this is nice, but like, I don't know, like you said, it's like
It can handle
the guitar
11s.
was like telling me like, nah,
Yeah.
go up.
That's so funny that we have the same gauge strings. Too.
Yeah.
The same guitar, same gauge strings.
You guys have the same voice too, kind of.
It's funny.
What was it? A lot of people put 11s or even like 12s on like Jazz Masters because
Yeah.
they use it for more like rhythm playing. But I don't know. Have you ever seen my Jazz Master?
No, I seen your telly.
Yeah, a big four of the the 335, the Jazz Master, the telly, and then for my open, I have a lot of songs in like open C sharp tuning, which is open C half step obviously. But I use this as like just a Strat, like Mexican Strat.
Yeah.
I changed like the pickups.
Dude, honestly, I never really liked Strats, but I played this house party on New Year's.
Yeah.
And this guy pulled out an American Strat.
Dude, I mean, they're
a
nice.
white American
Yeah.
Strat, and I was playing it through his system, and it sounded so fucking good. With the whammy bar,
Yeah, I mean,
it
they're
sounded
great.
so
I
fucking
feel
good.
like
The action was a little high, and I was like,
Yeah.
dude, let me set this fucking thing up. But like, it still sounded really good, and I'm trying to go over there and jam too. This motherfucker has a recording studio.
Dude, wait, how'd you meet this guy?
The Lion's Lair. Dude,
Oh,
the Lion's
what
Lair
was
is like
his name?
the
What was
Lion's
his
Lair
name?
is definitely a honey hole. There's a lot of honey holes.
absolutely
There's a
is.
lot of honey holes around.
What is the guy's name?
His name's Eric.
But not New Year, not birthday party Eric.
I don't think
know.
it was his birthday. It was just a New
Did
Year's
you get
Eve party.
invited? Did we talk about
Yeah,
that?
that was Luke's birthday.
Yeah.
Luke's birthday party.
But it was at Eric's house, I think.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
and that's a different.
That was the,
but
yeah, it was
this
the night
is
before.
A completely different Eric.
Same Eric, I bet.
Oh, okay.
Because they were saying they partied the night before and they were jamming.
Oh, okay.
They were jamming the night before, so I
Hopefully-
bet you it was the same.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Dude, Luke's badass, dude. That fool.
yeah, he's really nice.
That fool's cool.
He's really fucking nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone, but I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. Actually, no, I went to a concert at Lions Lair. It's my go-to trick. Straight up tremolo.
I used to do that shit all the time, but I just stopped using a pick.
Oh, really?
I started.
I've noticed that you do the fingerstyle.
I never use a pick.
Nice. Yeah. A lot of people don't.
I started learning from this flamenco guitarist for a little while.
Nice. Yeah.
And
These are unbelievable.
And he was like
4-finger rolls.
yeah,
like,
he doesn't.
yeah.
He was like, you don't use a pick here, like basically, like you got your right hand. Use your right hand, and I'm like, okay. And like, dude, you can make it. You can
without a pick.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't do those fucking rolls without a pick.
Can't do tremolo like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can't. Dude, with a pick, you can really like do some ace level shit with a pick. I should get my pick Steve's game up. Yeah, I need to get my pick game up for sure. That's no doubt.
Dude, I ended up hanging out with the Bad Britain lead guitarist from talking to him for dude. He's one of the best I've ever heard.
Yeah,
lightning fast on a Telecaster. Lightning fast, completely clean, never a bum note, like shredding, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
And I'm not like into like Steve Vai and like Satriani and like true shredders, but like this was like shredding.
Dude.
I mean, they're good, but
let me tell you something about
it's not my style of music.
That's really cool. Yeah. Steve Vai, man, I saw a video of Steve Vai recently, and this motherfucker, he's playing a Floyd Rose, and dude, he's old, you know, but he's still vibing hard, and his inlays on his fingerboard are LED. So they're all lit, and he's got a Floyd Rose. So he's holding the bar of this Floyd Rose out here, and his guitar is fully extended, and he's like going like this, and the guitar is like feeding back, and he's just like dancing with it and shit. That motherfucker is an artist, man. That motherfucker can play the guitar. He's like playing with his tongue and shit. Generally, I'm not a Steve Vai fan either. Like he's kind of a showboat, but it's like
it's just the music. It's like there's no lyrics, and it's just kind of just music. It's just kind of shredding.
Same with like Satriani.
It's cool, but like it's just like I like songs. You know, I like music that has a deep. It doesn't have to be like a deep meaning, but like some sort of meaning beyond just like I'm playing guitar right now. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like a solo should like. It should accentuate the song. It shouldn't be like, this is the song.
Yeah, that happens a lot. And you hear that a lot with players, really good players, and they're just jerking off. And it's like, stop jerking off, man.
Yeah, and it's like, you're good.
You're good, but stop jerking off all over.
Am I going to turn to this song in my darkest hour? Like, no. It's just some guy just playing guitar.
It's some guy noodling on he's like playing a guitar store riff. And it's like, dude, you're really good. You're really fucking good, but just fucking settle down and listen to the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love playing, and I listen to music for the music, but I do like music with lyrics. You know, it gives it a level of meaning that it could never have had without them.
I'll say.
And the lyrics should accentuate the music.
And the message needs to be
Your
fucking solid.
badass, honestly. I'm just gonna take a few pics for the archives.
Thanks, man.